Hello, one and all. How are we all doing? Thanks for jumping into tonight's episode of Phandelver and Below, Exandria Edition, or EXU as I guess it's supposed to be called. I should probably be hyping that up correctly so that way we get the best viewers or the best view options. But my name is Sean, I am your Dungeon Master, and tonight I am joined by our lovely players. How we doing, players? Hey! Oh, how have we all been? How has this week treated us all? Indeed, I think it was not even 24 hours, maybe even not even 12 hours that I woke up and was like, I need to play again. I had a blast with you guys last week. Thank you so much for being so awesome from the get-go. Truly appreciate that. Just do a quick rundown of who's here. From left to right, we've got our Dragonborn Sorcerer Floodbane, played by Ted. How's it going, Ted? Excellent. I'm going to say human, but they are technically... Is it Kalistar? Kalistar. Our Kalistar... Yeah. Now I've forgotten it again. Kalistar. Kalistar... Druid Dreamer, played by the Plot Hook. How's it going? Excellent. Our Halfling, I guess fighter for now, but we'll see where that goes. Antoine Boucher III, aka Trey. How's it going, Adam? Either muted or booted. I don't know. Ooh. Roll me a D100 minus 100. Following on from that, we've got our Grung Bard Rhapsody, played by Lobster Jess. Getting excited? Oh, the true positive part of the team. Finally, our Tiefling Fighter Kuiper, played by Phoenix. What's going on, Phoenix? Alrighty, we have quite a story to play. I've been tweaking some things, making sure things are ready to go for this session, because we are now into our official first session of Phandelver and Below. Previously, we were doing a prologue part where the crew moved from Westrun up towards Jorenn village, which I will recap in just a second. But this is the official part of the book, so I'm going to grab my book to make sure I've got it on hand for any questions I don't know. Pardon me. I'm going. Yes, no one has died just yet, but in case they do, I've added some extra rules to help with that. And yeah, we are ready to begin. So without further ado, let's jump in. Our session returns as our party of adventurers moves northwards from Westrun up towards Jorenn village. The five of them all meeting in the town, in a marketplace centre, at the start of an early morning of, I believe it was it's the month of Thunshir, 842 post-divergence. An eclectic group, all sort of randomly joined at their own times, though Rhapsody, our bard, was already teamed up with their friend Kuiper. The five of them got to know each other, maybe start to get a bit of a gleam on the, I guess, sort of oddities that each character had about them, but not before meeting up with the actual employers. One, Gundren Rockseeker of the Rockseeker Brothers Mining, and his guard and companion, Sildar Hallwinter, what looked to be potentially maybe a, now, because of his age bracket, out of military kind of gentleman. The seven of you, set up out and about on the road north to Jorenn village, starting to get to know each other a bit more, asking questions, maybe inquiring about the job, even getting to know each other's, I guess, skill set, thanks to some nice impromptu musical band playing. Yeah, it was very fun. But unfortunately, the fun started to die down as the next day occurred, where a raven came and passed a message on to Sildar and Gundren. It appears that someone has gone missing, and with that message, they decided to make haste towards Jorenn village, leaving you with your wagon of provisions to escort it yourselves. A few days pass. Again, the travel is about a 10-day in length, and as you began to get closer and closer to the surrounding forest that sort of encompassed the entryway to Jorenn village, you came across an intersection that pointed to a town called Thunder Tree. Two of you seemingly having some knowledge of that place or some inclination of that place, but not so much each other knowing about that. Finally, the party camped for the night and decided to have a nice rest in a nice little forest alcove, but were begrudgingly attacked by a pack of wolves that were pretty easily remedied, though there were a couple cuts and bruises to some. Nothing too scary, I believe. The crew settled down for one final rest, only for a dreamer to begin having visions of an odd settlement being attacked, potentially being threatened by some sort of monstrosities as the red sky began to darken. Oops, that was the wrong one. And you fell into a weird nightmare. This dream is one of, I guess, many you've had of similar varieties, dreamer. But this one feels far more intense, far more impactful and real. And it frightens you a little. And as you start to try and either panic or flee or just do something in that dream, morning comes, and you all wake up. Well, you're still breaking in and out a bit, Ted. So sorry, yeah, I'm there. So stand up. That's all heard. Very nice. How are you all feeling after last night's fight? What's the thought process going through everyone's head? Mm-hmm. I don't. Oh, weirdly, I do. I apologize. Sorry, Warp. Thank you for pointing that out, and thank you, Alex, for picking up on that as well.
It's a good thing you did the recap, otherwise that would have been
very awkward. Me just going. Yes. Yeah, apologies. I thought I clicked it. I must have clicked something else.
How dare you?
How dare I indeed. Look, it wouldn't be my stream if there wasn't issues.
It's not a stream unless you have an issue.
Exactly right. You can't
It's not
spell...
D&D without tech issues.
Also true.
You can't spell my stream as having issues other than issues without using the word issues. Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have had that wine earlier.
Are any of the slain wolves still about?
Yeah, there's a few carcasses aside. I'd say you probably would have moved them away so they didn't smell or bother you while you were all sleeping. But yeah, they would be off to the edges. Or even if you wanted to harvest, if you wanted to have harvested them and put them in the wagon, there's means for that.
I was going to say I'd like to get up a little bit early-ish, without making too much of a fuss about it, and like sort of probably don't have the means to dig a grave or anything, but sort of sweep them, organize them under some leaves or fallen detritus of some kind.
Interestingly, you
Bow
are
my head.
you are accompanying a mining provisions cart, so shovels and pickaxes are probably plenty for you to grab if you needed one.
All right. Yeah, I'll pinch a shovel, dig a nice shallow grave, and commit these wolves that we killed into it while bowing my head and saying a little prayer that I haven't thought up of exactly what I wanted to say. But it's in the vein of respecting natural beings and such.
Yeah. You sit down and as once you've put these beasts to rest, as you utter a few words to the Wild Mother, and very much, take some serenity in that. Anyone who wishes to join Fluben is welcome to do so if they see him, or if they, out of respect, want to stay away. That's understandable too.
Not drawing attention to myself, but I'm not like doing it super secretly either.
Yeah. But nonetheless, you begin to pack up and prepare yourself for the next day's journey. Probably the biggest confrontation you've had so far on the road at this stage. But nonetheless, not one that was too frightful. Let's see, where would we be? At this stage would probably be about here on the map, would say. You continue to journey out. Who wants to take lead of the horse for this part of the journey?
I'm happy to do it if no one wants to.
We'll continue observing the horses with mild awe.
I did horse the first day, but I can do it again if anybody else.
Well, there'll be 2 seats there at the front. One of them will be like leading the reins, and then 3 seats in the back, unless anyone wants to walk alongside.
Out in the back.
Back.
Yeah, honestly, Trey would probably prefer to be in the back, because kind of trying to avoid the conversation that name escapes me. Fuck. Expedition leading man.
Gundren?
Gundren, yes, Gundren. Gundren mentioning that he wanted to have a conversation with him about business-related ventures, so he's subtly trying to keep his distance.
Fair enough. How about you, Kuiper and Rhapsody? Where do you think you'll be?
Do you want to take the back seat again, Rhapsody? I don't mind walking alongside the cart if I need to.
Okay.
Besides, I need a stretch anyways. That tent is way too small for us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very well then. You continue to travel. At this stage, you have a feeling that it's about, I'd say it's probably going to take the entirety of the day in order to get to where you need to at this point. The rest of the journey now is starting to sort of narrow in as the trees begin to loom, as you cross on over a bridge that takes you into the edge of, I believe, the forest on the west is the bramble woods. Yes. I'll get, just because it's going to be a full day's journey, I'll ask, does anyone want to do anything specific during this travel?
Nope.
Nope.
Not particularly that I can think of.
Okay.
Aside from just keeping a natural eye out for potential baddies along the road, nothing much more Kuiper will be doing.
No worries. Dreamer, can you give me an animal handling check just to see how well you can navigate with these beasts, or this horse? And Kuiper, I might get you to roll me a perception check just to sort of keep an eye out as you walk along.
Ooh.
Damn.
It's a good roll to start with.
Horse loves me.
All right, very nice. As the trees encroach and sort of that path becomes a bit more narrower, the road itself gets a bit more rockier as well, as it's sort of a bit more unkempt and untamed. But with your steady guidance, Dreamer, the horse stays on track and the wagon doesn't really rock or buffer too much or come on the journey. It's fairly smooth sailing. Looking back, Kuiper, you get a sense of animals in the tree lines, nothing of danger, maybe a couple of inquisitive rabbits or deer off maybe, 300, 400, 500 feet away, but anything knows to keep its distance along this path. As you continue forward, we open up the book and we begin to start talking about the actual campaign. Hey.
Who needs the campaign material?
I know, right?
Hooray.
We're 3 sessions in and we're not getting any closer to the house.
Let me just quickly get this out so I don't miss anything. Okay. You begin to veer along the Black Valley Road, and as you take a bend, a sort of almost like an eastern bend on the road itself, although it's going to be southern when you look at it on the map, something catches your eye. And let me load up the page so we can all see it. Oh, crap, everyone got hidden behind it again. Oh, what's going on here? Can everyone see their token above the horse, or is it all below the horse?
It's still loading.
Still loading.
Yeah.
I can see it on the screen,
9%.
and we are
Oh,
in
there we
front
go.
of the horse.
In front of the horse.
Okay, let me just try and do this again. While you were all talking about where your positions were, I was like, "Oh, get them into place, get them into place." And then I reloaded it, and it's like, "Ha, you wanted them under the horse."
Oh no!
You
Some
have
little
been
handling
trampled
check.
by the horse.
Alright. Oh, screw you, game.
Oh no, Kuiper's stuck under the wheel.
Oh no!
Well, I'm the only one that's apparently on top of it to survive you.
I've lost control of the horses.
Suddenly the horse
Hey, as I
starts.
said, I made it to episode 1. We knew I wasn't lasting beyond then.
The horse starts pixelating and disintegrating in front of your very eyes. And suddenly it turns into a massive horse. Oh wait,
I didn't realize
is that
this was going to be the test.
not updating on? It's not updating on the stream now. Hooray! Tech issues.
I can't. This entire map is frozen for me.
Is it?
Same.
All right, hold on. Let me
Yeah.
go. Hold on. I'm
I
going.
can move it now. I refreshed, now I can do things.
Yeah, just try fresh. Next one I'll try preloading it so that it works better.
No worries.
Although
Refreshing.
Please don't crash, Foundry. Refresh.
that horse is still way too large on the screen.
He's just a big boy, all right. Give him a
Yeah.
break.
There we go. Hooray! Tech difficulties. Didn't have a single one of these when I tested this out.
It's only ever going to happen when you stream, you know.
Oh,
right?
of course. You know.
See myself.
That's much better.
That horse looks weird, but it'll do for now.
He's a chunky boy.
He is a chunky boy.
He's a chunker.
Um,
That's why they left him with us.
Yeah, probably.
They left
That's
us with that slow
that's
horse.
why it's a 10-day, not a 7-day.
Yeah.
They definitely
Stop
changed.
Power, not speed.
They definitely changed in
Yeah.
the Matrix Warp. That is 100% for certain. There is something going on in this game. All right. As you begin to travel along this path, you see something odd up ahead. And I'll say for Kuiper and Dreamer, I'll get both of you to roll perception checks for me.
Oh,
It's still early morning.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. It's getting near to almost lunch, but yeah, I guess like you're still sort of taking in the sights around you. Dreamer, what you notice as you begin to come along this bend is a pair of horses collapsed on the road.
Ugh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
were the flies really necessary?
Wow,
Weirdly,
horses
it
like
is an
as big as
animation you
both
can
of them
turn
put
off and on
together.
again, so.
Oh, ew.
I will just kind of bring the horse to a halt. Do they, from this distance, look like the horses that Gundren and Sildar set off on?
With an 18, they look fairly similar, yes.
Kuiper, check this out. This might be a problem.
What is it?
Two dead horses in the middle of the road.
Who did horses?
Trey would just like jump up to the front of the wagon and be like, "They're not the same two horses that our companions left on, are they?"
With an 18, it appears that they might be.
Without further inspection, like you can't see any insignias on the horses themselves, but they are the same color. They are eerily alike.
Out of wagon. I don't want to be at the front.
Yeah, I will also jump out.
Yeah, you are free to move
I'm
around.
done.
I'm going to go take a look.
I might
Okay.
join you with that one.
Be careful.
I
Keeping
always
an eye on you.
I'll try and stand with my back to a wall, sort of able to observe everything around them as much as I can.
Yeah, no.
You know, in case anyone tries to approach and get the drop on them.
No stress. I'll say as you get closer, Dreamer, you'll start to do a proper investigation to really determine if they're the same horses. As you get close, you can see that around them are goods and bags that would have been tied to the horses originally. One of them being a some sort of saddle bag that looks completely empty now.
Can I just kind of get on my knees, bend down to these horses? Can I try and figure out how long they've been dead?
Yeah, you can give me either an investigation or survival check.
Could I argue for medicine?
Yeah, that's fair because it is physical inspection of a body. Yep.
And whilst he's doing that, I'm going to be looking for tracks.
Cool. You can give me either a survival or perception check.
So
It's not terrible.
It teetered on that 18.
Doesn't model the dice physics. It just randomly chooses a result.
Alright.
It makes me feel better about myself.
Yes, indeed.
Can I quickly nip back this way and see if anyone's like approaching us from behind?
Yeah, give me
I
a.
was going to say,
I'd say if the
Oh,
three of
sorry,
you
no.
wanted to give me perception checks, like to keep an eye on the cart, absolutely.
yeah.
With a 18, or with an 8, sorry, medicine. It's on first glance, it's hard to tell how long they've been here for. You'd hazard it's probably been about 3 days since Sildar and Gundren left. Now the horses have been dead this long? No, but they've definitely been here for longer than a day. With a 22 perception check, you begin to look around, Kuiper, and we'll talk about what you see in just 1 second. I'll just sort of bundle everyone else's there as well.
Yeah, no problem.
It's looking fairly clear down the back, Fledbane. Nothing seems to be approaching you from behind. With a natural 20, Rhapsody, you and Kuiper both instantly pick up on this. There are noises rustling in the bushes and the trees around you. I'll say in particular, Rhapsody, you detect noise coming from behind this tree and noise coming from the bushes just up above you on the sort of cliff edges, which are about 10 to 15 feet in height, as well as an additional noise coming above on the other side. And so at this point, I'm going to say, Dreamer, can you please give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage?
Ooh.
Badly. Dexterity saving.
How high would this and this cliff be, or like rock shelf be from the ground and from the top of the horse of the wagon?
The horse wagon would be just under probably. Well, I guess it'd probably be about 10 foot really, once you factor in wheels and being lifted off the ground itself. For the sake of argument, it's I'll say it's 15 feet for the surrounding cliff edges, but it's easily climbable, so there's no disadvantage or difficult terrain.
All right, I'm thinking I'd like to start climbing up for a vantage point if anyone were to clue me in of an appropriate area to do so from.
So this is where we're going to pause for just 1 second.
Okay.
Rhapsody, you particularly point this out. You hear the noises. Kuiper, you hear probably the two bushes above you. But Rhapsody, you almost pinpoint accurately hear it. And you see something start to move out of the bush just to the eastern side.
Oh, Kuiper, look out.
And as
we've got company.
As she says that, you hear her fly forward, just barely missing Dreamer as it slams sort of into like the leg of the horse itself as an arrow strikes in. And 1, 2, 3, 4 goblins burst out. The sword's again! And we are going to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Fucking love goblins. Fucking love goblins.
That'll do for now.
Perfect. Wonderful. Stunning. I've so far rolled a 20 and a 1, so we're great. We're doing
Getting
good.
both ends of the spectrum here, aren't we?
Oh yeah,
Things
no
in
middle
balance.
sliders.
Okay.
No middle sliders for this frog.
The goblins did not get the jump on you, so there is no surprise round in place for this. However, unfortunately, Flibane, all this occurring was just in the same time frame that you started thinking about climbing up on the wagon itself.
Understandable.
And we're going to load some more music.
What the? I mean, I guess.
Oh, I'm probably going to move these guys, actually. These are probably going to be a little bit further back, seeing as though you walk straight onto them.
Oh, okay.
I was like, damn it, he's right on one of the tokens. Alrighty. And with that, everyone has rolled. And we begin. Top of the round, one of the goblins gets first go as they... maybe being caught out, they probably wouldn't rush straight in, so they will walk slightly up to the edge of the cliff, aiming at Flidbane and firing a small hand crossbow. A 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
I sort of lean out of the side, seeing it coming, and it glances off my scales.
And it sort of jumps and it goes. Flipbean, you hear it say, "You stupid stinking piece of lizard."
Hey! I reply in Goblin.
Yeah, also in Goblin. Gents, it knows our native tongue.
What a well-spoken goblin.
only a Goblin tongue. It is the other Goblin's turn as it sees the arrow miss. Realizing it's going to run up and attack Flabane with a dagger. Actually, this one has a little scimitar.
Oh, dagger's fine, don't worry.
Does a 21 hit?
Once again, I see the dagger coming. I can't quite interpose my staff itself, but it begins to crackle with the blue energy, and a pulse of crackling lightning shoots out and deflects the blow.
Ooh, nice. What's that bring your AC to?
21. Hang on.
Ooh, very nice.
Wait, sorry, what did you say it was?
It was 20.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was 20, I think. Yeah. 20 to hit. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. It goes in and it's got almost a bloodlust in its eyes as it swings down, and it feels like it hits you, but with just a quick swing, like it sort of scrapes along the static electricity shield that then bubbles around you. And it's like, ah! What in the heavens is that? It says in Goblin. That is its turn. Trey, you're up. You're on deck, Fluebane.
Okay. Spicy. All right, cool. I can apparently actually no, it's 15 feet, so I didn't count that into it. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Realizing these cliffs are slightly too high for his tiny little halfling form to scamper up in a quick manner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take steps that way. It just sort of starts to dash away from his position before just spinning it in like a fluid movement, swinging the crossbow off the what do you call them? The strap it's attached to off his back, into his hands and loosing a shot off at the goblin that is threatening Laren Flippane.
Close enough.
I was listening back to it and you made the same mistake several times, so it's going to be in our heads for a while. What you get for making memorable characters. And he misses terribly.
A 10
I assume,
does miss.
I assume that little maneuver he was trying to pull, sort of flashily swinging the crossbow off his shoulders and into his hands, meant that his the momentum's carried and he's wildly missed. Yeah, that'll be my turn. Thank you.
Not a problem. I'll also hold on, let me just quickly get these guys are now in initiative. Up next is the third goblin. It moves closer to the cliff edge and aims down. It's going to try and attack Kai because he's closer. With his short bow, he goes in for the strike. And a 12.
Misses.
Indeed it does. And then it starts cursing. I'm not going to repeat what obscenities he says, Flibney.
There's no need for that kind of language.
I'm sure he insulted my mother. It's fine.
Twitch terms of services. Twitch terms of services. Twitch terms of services.
That's his turn. Flibane, you're up.
I'm gonna glare down at this fellow kind of in my face. I'm going to attempt to get him with a shocking grasp. Oh.
Ooh. It's rough. Tell us how this shocking grasp looks, though, as you try and grab him.
So my magical aura has kind of a blue crackling energy to it. This one is straight up lightning. Rushes down my arm, turns it into like an energy gauntlet. And I actually remember the last time, the time in the past where I cast a spell with goblins present, and my arm sort of catches in the midst of striking, and when I go to follow through, it's just my aim is off.
Yeah. It's like a slight shake, not even just from the electricity, but a slight shake as you reach out, and it sort of just dodges out of the way. Is that your turn?
Probably.
Okie dokie. It's the final goblin's turn, as it takes aim at Dreamer. It goes in for a short bow strike. 23 to hit.
Ooh.
Sure does.
Silvery barbs.
Ooh.
Hooray.
I would like to cast silvery barbs, please.
I will roll that
I'd
again.
like to cast it.
Turning it into an 11.
11 minutes.
Very nice. Who do you want to give advantage to? Rhapsody?
Kuiper.
Nice. Aaron, can you just roll that on the chat as well?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't set up a advantage option yet, so we'll have to figure that out. So yeah, so you have an advantage on, is it just an attack or is it?
Next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Very nice. Awesome. Yes, it shoots, it misses, it curses, it ends its turn. Kuiper, you are up. Dreamer, you're on deck.
So, seeing the goblin try and take aim at me, I am immediately rushing up the cliff edge, dodging the arrow on the way. As I get to the top, I take my 2 hands and launch myself up and over the goblin as I am going to go down with an attack.
Go for it.
My scimitar.
A 17 with advantage hits. For 10 points of damage. How do you slice and take down this goblin archer?
As I flip up with my hands and I'm almost doing a front flip, the scimitar comes out and just runs across the neck as I'm upside down staring at him, and then land on my feet, wipe the blade off on my sleeve.
Holy shit.
As you fly over it, he goes,
Oh shit!
as blood gushes out and it collapses to the ground. Dead. I figured out it's the sound module I'm using for the music. It also adds sound effects.
Nice.
It's so good.
All right, it is down. Anything else, Kuiper?
How much movement did I have? That was
I'd
10 plus 15 for the ledge, so I've got 5, I suppose.
I'd say you add 10. You can have 10.
Immediately moving towards where the goblins are over there.
Okie dokie. Dreamer, you're up. Rhapsody on deck.
Dreamer just kind of gracefully sidesteps the arrow that this goblin intended to shoot them with, almost as if she's floating out of the way. She kind of cocks her head in surprise and says,
Hot.
"That was just rude." And then in a language that sounds guttural and alien and that I'm almost 100% sure that nobody else speaks, she will let out a cry in Gith. Cast Guiding Bolts at this one.
Hell yeah!
Guy. And a 17 hits.
Ooh, so low damage.
9 points of damage. It's low enough. How do you take down this one?
I think she just outstretches the sickle, and from the end of it erupts a ball of moonlight that just engulfs the goblin and dissolves him.
In an almost white hot beam, it just sears into his chest as he gets and just collapses to the ground. Oh boy.
It's so good every time.
We'll see.
Never fails.
10 battles in, we'll find out. Very nice. Anything else, Dreamer?
She's just going to casually walk back this way.
Make a wisdom saving throw as you do.
Gladly. They're kind of my thing.
Whoa.
Very nice. As you begin to turn away, something mentally catches your inner eye. An odd sensation from the south. That's all there is.
Okay.
There isn't anymore.
It's Madeline. It's Rhapsody. You're up.
Okay. What am I gonna do?
Kill a goblin.
Yeah, you can see 2 goblins there. There's nothing actually blocking your view for the one just to the I'm just going to move the map again. Just to the northeast of you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the one in front of Flipbane. Let's see how that goes.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or is it?
You do. He's got to make a wisdom saving
Okay,
throw.
what is your saving throw DC? It should be in your spell book.
Should be.
Probably 14.
It is.
Yeah, maths.
Right. It fails. For some reason, it's not giving you the option to roll. So just roll me. Yeah. Oh, it did. Oh, okay. I just had to save against it, and then it rolled it automatically. Didn't
Yeah.
it? Nice.
No, I have a damage box to hit.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. 10 points of damage. How do you take down this one? This goblin bandit.
I feel like it's when, like in a horror movie, when you start hearing the creepy child sing a nursery rhyme. Like it's those sort of vibes for sure.
Hell's yeah.
It's just,
I'm here.
yeah, very much.
As the sound reverberates inside this goblin's ears, Flipbane, you look at this one just sort of screaming in terror. He's like, "Oh, gee whiz, golly, the noises! He says and screams in goblin as it collapses to the ground. Oh,
How horrifying.
what? Why did it? That makes no sense. Rolled a 13, so it would be the full amount. As it sort of collapses to the ground, and you can see it's like a small amount of, a tiniest amount of blood just sort of pull from its nose. Is that your turn, Rhapsody?
No. I'm going to look over to Trey and say, things are getting a little bit tense. What I like to do when things get tense is laugh. Would you like to hear a joke?
It tries to sort of like, but we left the tents back. Wait. It's now really okay. Go on.
Why is grass so dangerous?
I don't know.
Because it's full of blades.
I knew it was going to be played.
And you can have a bardic inspiration for that.
Nice.
Trey just sort of like looks at you nonplussed for a second, and then like a grin just sort of flashes across his face with the spark of recognition. And then he
Yeah.
just goes back to being serious again, and he's like, "That's pretty good."
Very nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Excellent. The final goblin, a scout, looks at all his comrades falling instantly and just goes, to which Flipbane you hear it say, "Oh, gee whiz, Willikers, I gotta get out of here. Back to the cave." And it,
Wait, where's the cave?
ooh, give me a flat charisma check.
Okay. Wow. Jesus.
I'll never tell, good sir, as it runs away, running off
Understandable. Have a nice day.
running off the map. Kuiper, you notice to the south another goblin appearing, moving forward.
Ooh.
It isn't rushing into fight. Instead, it's looking a lot more inquisitive. As you see a blue-skinned goblin with odd green flame emanating over its body.
Oh,
Damn.
that's
Cool as hell.
And in common it goes, interesting. Trey, you're up.
Okay. So how far is off the map?
Technically, everything you can see is what you have, but off the map would be that.
Everything the light touches is your map.
I'd say, okay, let me just get a ruler out. I'll try and figure this out because he would have gone 20 foot. So it'd literally be just off the map by about 5 foot.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I mean, that's technically in range. I mean, even if I don't hit him, I just want to shoot in his direction.
Mhm.
I've already missed once, so I don't mind missing again.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to hit. My character sheet does not want to let me click my light crossbow. Let me just close it.
Go get your arms? No?
Punch the hole.
Unfortunately not. There is a solution for that, but bang. I cast magic missile at the darkness.
A 19 will hit.
That's 8 piercing damage to the darkness.
No. So how do you take down this goblin scout as it runs away?
Oh, okay, shit. Seeing it run off into the distance, Trey just like takes 2 steps forward and sees it running at a distance, sort of aims the crossbow up a bit, and then looses the single bolt into the sky. And I assume it just sort of arcs over that distance and hits him right through the neck. And Trey's just sort of shocked for a second because he was like, I was supposed to hit him in the leg.
You gauge the
You did a
distance,
great
look
job.
up, wink to sort of get the sunlight out of your eyes coming through the trees, and as it falls down dead. Very nice. Anything else for your turn? I would say from this distance, you could make out. You could probably start seeing like a figure walking towards the party from the south. Only just.
Okay. Just sort of like shaking his head a bit and being like, I'm aiming for the leg. Anyway, okay. Just take a couple steps forward so that this guy's in view, which he would be from there. Let's see.
I'd say yeah.
Maybe.
Good enough.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Just want to get him in sight. No aggressive action at this stage. Just like, oh shit, there's another goblin.
These cliffs are definitely slanted, so like they're slanted in a way that like you could easily run up them. You don't really have to climb them. They're just steep.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Next time.
No
Thank you.
problem. So that's your turn. Flipbane, you are up. Everyone around you has died.
With the death of the first goblin in front of me, I had raised my staff to take a shot at the second one with some kind of ranged cantrip. But then seeing Trey's shot fell it, sort of, good shot.
Thank you. I think I was aiming for the leg.
The results speak for themselves.
I'll assume that I've had some sort of sense that there's a creature walking here, but probably I don't have it in my head to like charge forward and engage it. So I'll just casually walk. It's my turn, isn't it?
Oh, mate, hold on.
Oh, I don't think it's my turn.
Weird. Why did that? There we go.
Yay.
My bad.
Yeah, so I'll just sort of walk on here and... Oh, you know what? I will ready an action to cast Ray of Frost at it, if I get the sense that it's aggressive towards us.
Yep.
As I say, friend or foe?
Did you say that in Goblin or in Common?
Common. Would I have heard it speak earlier?
I don't think so. I think it may be.
I'll say it in
stupid.
both.
It will look at you and go, I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh, I don't know then.
Friend, we're friends.
That's as far as I'll get on my turn.
Guppy, you are up. Give me an insight check. It's hard to tell how strong this goblin is. You get the sense that it's
hang
different
on.
from the others, but you can't tell in what way.
I'm gonna saunter up to the, grab it. Grab my token.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know why that next turn's not working. There we go.
I'll saunter up to the edge, taking the scimitar, but like casually dragging it along the side, not like aggressively. Stairs down. You're gonna ask us if we're a friend or foe. We're gonna ask you. We're just gonna go around in circles. What is it that you're here for?
I'm here to learn. I'm here
Well,
to
that's interesting.
understand.
Aren't we all? Isn't that the point of life? What is it that you're trying to learn and understand, I suppose? Or do we have to get more specific?
Give me an intimidation check.
Yep, these are the rolls I'm expecting.
It sort of chuckles at you. Anything else you want to do?
He's gonna keep a very close eye. He's gonna ready a scimitar, but not much. He's not much. Actually, there's nothing he can really do. He's just gonna keep a close eye from the ledge.
So just ready in action to attack if it gets close?
Yeah, but not really. It's like 15 feet away, so you can't really get in range anyways.
Yeah. Alright, Dreamer, you're up.
She's just gonna get closer, kind of stepping in between the horses.
As you do, it sort of keeps laughing, goes, turns to you and goes, and just in your mind goes, getting ready for you.
Can I respond in my mind?
Yes, you can.
Who are you?
Its laughter continues, but as it does, it starts to echo as if there's like dozens of them. Surely you and your god know.
Perhaps you can introduce yourself to her when you meet her. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Go for it.
Oh, damn.
Cold.
What's it have to do? If you roll the 1d8 damage for me. I think, does that then give me... No, it doesn't give me the save on that. Okay.
I think I forgot to target.
That's right. It's wisdom saving throw.
DC 14.
It gets a 12, so it takes 5 points of damage. It's still looking pretty sturdy. Anything
She'll
else?
just, smile politely.
Rhapsody, you're up. You can see all your friends starting to walk back towards the horses and conversing with a creature that you can't see right now.
Mm-hmm. I think all I'm gonna do is move here.
I'd say you have a line of sight now.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll call up to Kuiper. Do you want to hear a joke?
Always, you know me.
Why can't the undead write music?
Why can't the undead write music?
They can only decompose.
Oh,
Oh god, Lobster Jess, I love it.
It's a good thing I'm resistant to psychic damage.
Take your bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, hells yeah.
Anything else for your action?
Actually, no, I gave you a bardic already, didn't I? I can't give you.
No, you gave
that
it. You
was
gave it
Trey.
to Trey.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
give it
did.
to me.
Apologies, I gave you the silvery barbs.
Yep.
Yes. That's everything. Thank you. Sorry.
Ah, excellent. you notice a Kuiper, even though it was focused on you initially, its head is now turned to Dreamer, and seeing her, it rushes forward 30 feet.
I would trigger my ready action to attack it with
Go
Ray of
for
Frost. It's probably a hit.
it. That is definitely a hit.
Oh,
Level 1 cantrips.
What was that for? That was for... That was only 2. Oh.
Yep, 2 cold damage. Although its speed is reduced by 10 foot.
Okay, we'll say then in that case you would have hit just as it came around, so it would have probably just got to here. It's still looking tough though, and as it turns to Dreamer, you watch as its hands begin to glow with a green fire, as it does a telekinetic shove. Actually, let me do that again. Telekinetic shove.
Rude.
Just in case it... why is it not giving me the details? Give me 1 second. Can you please give me a...
Strength saving throw?
Yes.
That's a hit.
Oof.
Nice. You are thrown prone as it pushes you to the ground. And just in all of your heads, begin to hear this laughter. This that's its turn. You are up, Trey. Flip
Boy, be cackling. And that's confronting. And seeing that somebody in the party whose judgment he respects has already attacked it, Trey is going to follow their lead.
Thanks.
Deliberately vague. Please let me attack with my crossbow now. Oh, it's done. Cool. Attack. Hey! Is that going to hit?
23 hits. Roll that damage.
So yeah, taking an additional step forward, Trey just sort of like shrugs to himself. He's like, well, guess we're going all in. And aims a bolt directly at this guy, loosing it off to his chest region.
How do you want to do this, Trey?
Oh god. Again, in a situation where he's trying to incapacitate someone for the purposes of questioning perhaps rather than outright kill them, aiming for like the shoulder, Trey just looses the bolt from his light crossbow, which just pierces this goblin straight through the heart.
Are you actually incapacitating him, or are you killing him?
Well, actually, yeah, I still have the option to do that, right? Yeah, let's say that I am. So yeah, if that's possible, then even though I've just hit him in the heart, I would like to incapacitate him rather than kill him. Because I still think it's funny that my shots are more accurate than I'm intending them to be.
Nice. You shoot him, and as it lodges in, he sort of, that laughter sort of subsides as he sort of begins, his eyes roll back, and he sort of and collapses to the ground.
I would just sort of like, oh shit, gods, I did not mean to do that. Just sort of starts rushing forward, and it's like, could we maybe keep this one alive for questioning? Does that sound like an idea?
That's a good idea, but a good shot.
Oh yes, I have many questions.
Thank you. Yeah, that. That'll be neat. Thank you so much.
Very nice. And that is the end of our battle. Nicely done, gang.
Very nicely done, everybody. Jeez. Did anyone take damage?
Nope.
This guy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so did this guy. And this guy.
Everything that is now a pile of blood.
The horses.
What is that creature? It looks like a goblin. I know my goblins, but they're not usually so green and glowy.
Let's find out.
friends, I think what we have here is what's colloquially known as a spicy goblin.
Ah.
Oh.
What?
I don't actually know. I'm sorry. I wanted to impress you. Yeah, I actually don't know.
I'm
This is very strange.
impressed.
I'm going to continue to stand from like a safe-ish kind of distance, and be prepared to cast another ray of frost at it. It should, I don't know, come to life or become aggressive.
Nice. Okay. As it stirs, as you begin to sort of wake it back up, it sort of stirs and its eyes open up. It is a pale white eye, almost as if like not blind, but like as in like it's not a normal eye you would see on a goblin or a creature of similar sorts.
Is it like, do you mean in the sense that it's atrophied, or do you mean in the sense that it's like just different?
I guess almost like a blind person's eye, kind of like that sort of like opaqueness. Is that the right word for it? Like where it's like sort of like you can tell like it's an eyeball,
Yeah.
but it's like it's like a
milky
milky white.
White film.
Filmed.
Yeah.
Are we feeling a little bit more talkative now?
You should, talk. We're nice. No, wait, you don't want us to not be nice. I'll brandish the staff, sort of curiously unable to, as I realize I've lost the train of what I was trying to say.
It sort of looks around at all of you and sort of is like, you'll never get anything from me. My gods have given me powers beyond your comprehension.
Oh no.
I doubt that. You mean nothing to your gods.
And it begins to
Yeah, she
laugh.
seems pretty smart. I think she can comprehend a lot.
It begins to laugh uproariously. Dreamer, go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw. A 13. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm just fixing up something here. All right. Actually, what is that ability? Meets it, beats it. It laughs at you as it sort of begins to chuckle, and Dark Knight Returns style just begins to twist its neck as it snaps. And as it does so, a psychic wave emits around it. You feel a blast of psychic radiance hit you, but you're able to withstand it, not taking the damage it would have thrown if your mind was not as strong. As it falls dead.
Okay. That's going to go. Next question. Is it obviously dead?
It is.
Well,
Oh, yes.
No, regardless, I thought I'm like, that counts as doing funny, and I'll like jab it with the end of my staff. Oh,
Roll me a... Floodbane, roll me your choice of either history or intelligence. And go for those. Definitely go for the stronger one of the two.
I have no proficiency, so they are the same.
Looks like you don't need a proficiency for a natural 20.
Also a dirty 20.
Yes. This is unlike any goblin you have seen before. The ones that attacked you initially, they look like general bandits. You get the sense that they might be a little bit more organized, that they might be a little bit more, I'd say,
TP capable?
the ones you know of are like a sort of maybe more of a tribal idea. These ones seem to be more almost like this was like a squad. This was a group designed to do a task, not just go out on the hunt or go gathering. Like it's they were specific to like they had a set regiment that they were needing to do. The one in front of you, you've not seen anything like it. Its markings make no sense. It's still almost smoky striations that sort of come off it as it begins to simmer and dull, are otherworldly. compared to the goblins you've seen.
Okay.
Well, that was certainly enlightening.
Are you okay?
Oh yes, no, I'm fine.
Just want to quickly do this for myself.
Well, you better be. No, I mean, good.
Was that a threat?
No.
Okay. Sort of coming to the realization that the combat is over and the adrenaline dampening down, Trey has realized that he's situated between two very dead horses and that goblin just snapped his own fucking neck. But with an 11, he just manages to control the retch that builds in his stomach as he doesn't vomit on the ground. He just takes a few steps forward and then realizing the goblin's there, takes a few steps to the side.
Yeah. Are you okay, Trey?
I'm fine. Oh god, that's wow. Did that goblin just snap its own neck? What?
He did.
Sometimes it's best not to think about those things.
This is just
A
gonna
different
like
character I've played would say like, yeah, you do a lot of time not thinking about things.
he just sort of like bends over double and takes a bunch of deep breaths. It's like, okay, all right, did not see that coming.
I'll approach and give you a attempt to give you a pat on the shoulder.
He's not gonna, duck out of the way or anything.
It is far too hard, more than, so than I intend.
So
He is half your
being-
size, would Ben say.
Yeah. And
Gentle,
already being-
Footbane, gentle.
I'm
Already
sorry.
Nice.
Already
I-
being bent over double, Trey would probably go prone, just knocked straight onto his feet. onto his face.
Honestly, take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
It's about time I took
I'm sorry.
Just for that. Just that reaction.
It just sort of like pushes himself up out of the dust and brushes off his nice adventuring clothes a little, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's
If you
fine.
were to look up, my face is kind of frozen in a rictus that looks pretty unfriendly, which is, as you might imagine, probably not my intention.
He probably wouldn't look up. He's just dusting himself off and trying not to be slightly annoyed about it. And he's like, I've grown up, spend a lifetime around people who don't know their own strength. It's fine.
Are you fucking sorry?
Easy, Footbane, easy.
I meant to say, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I didn't actually hear what you said. It was just like, oh god.
Okay.
I'll step back and sort of shrink into myself. Without much success, since I have a very squat, solid kind of boxy frame.
Can I take a closer look at this goblin, Sean?
Yeah, the goblin? Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. And I feel like Kuiper's doing something similar for the horses.
Oh yeah, whilst that conversation's happening, Kuiper just casually slides down the hill and goes to the horses just to check again, because he originally was checking for tracks to see where the riders went.
What's stronger for you, investigation or perception?
Perception.
Perception roll then.
Does that bardic still apply? It's probably
Yeah,
limited time.
it'd still be available.
Oh, I'm absolutely taking that. The bardic now.
I'll go down the list. So with an investigation check for the goblin,
Nice.
what in particular are you looking for on this goblin? It's specifically.
Well, it seemed to know me or know of me at least. Just want to know. I guess, are these things familiar to me in any way based on my recent dreams?
The goblins
Do they
don't
seem connected?
Yeah, they seem connected. Absolutely. The goblins themselves, no, but you felt that psychic wave. You saw what was emanating from its hands. It's a similar kind of. There's no other word for it at the moment. It's a similar kind of aberration that you've felt sort of intense in your chest as you've been dreaming.
Gotcha. And I guess other than that, anything on him physically, either on his person or markings or symbols that would strike me?
No symbols that you would know, but you do take note of them for if you do see them later. I've got nothing I can send you that way, but yeah.
No, that's fine.
And by you, I mean I'll take note. He does seem to have a studded leather piece of armor on him.
Oh. Can you grab that for me?
Sure.
If it fits a goblin, it'll fit a me.
Yep, no worries.
Washed it.
Hold on, let me just bring up your character sheet. That should now be in your inventory. Kuiper, as you look over the horses, taking the time now that there's no threat around you, there's no anxiety of just seeing this, you can spend a bit more time and notice that indeed these are definitely the horses that Sildar and Gundren rode on. In particularly, what you do notice is that the map case that Gundren had is on one of the horses. But as you look at it, you can see that it is empty. Why does that not show? Sorry.
Kuiper would be able to piece 2 and 2 together. The goblins were running away just in a particular area to a particular place. Well, out to a particular area, right?
Okay, that's what it looks like. Yes, you gather the fact that like the one that was running was definitely fleeing somewhere that it probably had better understanding of.
Well, these are definitely the horses of our friends Mr. Rockseeker and Mr. Sildar. And if I'm going to make a hazarded guess with that goblin that was trying to run away, that it might go somewhere. There's potential that they've got the 2 there, considering that we don't have any dead bodies aside from the horses here. We might have ourselves a couple of captives.
It's a low roll, but I'll say that you'll also notice that the fact that these horses have been dragged here as a blockade. So like they may have been just around the sort of pulled just a bit further down the road originally. But yes, indeed, there are markings to suggest that yes, northeast is the way to go. I'll also point out, Flippen, you do remember also hearing one of them in Goblin saying to the cave.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Yeah, they said there was a cave nearby.
And I shot that one that tried to run before. Maybe he was trying to run to the cave.
I think he was.
No, without Gundren and Sildar being here, there's a high potential chance that they might be in that location, but I suppose it's probably best we look, because unfortunately I don't believe we're going to get payment for the second part unless we find where they are.
Well, we should also make sure they're okay.
That as well.
That's always
bad for the horses.
Always the point I wait for in this campaign. It's like who points out the fact that we should look after them as well. That's how you know what kind of morality the team has.
I was just about to say, I mean, we have ourselves a quandary here, friends, because how will we look after the cart at the same time?
Suppose we can try and hide it somewhere. I mean, the forest is pretty thick.
I'm assuming the path that goblin was fleeing through goes like through the forest, and we wouldn't be able to take the cart.
Yeah, like you can have a look down sort of the pathway that it was running, and it definitely is. It's more of a footpath than it is anything else. It's far too dense for anything as large as a wagon to get through. I'd say like honestly, like you could probably easily tuck the horse away to the side so that way it's out of, at least not on the road. Tie it up if need be, like you did last night. That's probably the best you'd be able to do. Like it'd probably still be open for anyone coming through here slowly, but you could definitely like obscure it enough that it's not going to be just, first thing someone sees.
Regardless, goods are easier to replace than lives.
Yes.
That's very true.
And it's not like we have any needs for these goods, unfortunately, until we know exactly what they're going to be used for in those mines, and it's probably best that we get the people that it belongs to back, so that they can use it.
They can't use the goods if they're dead, yes.
Exactly.
Very sort of like,
All so smart.
Yeah. Trey sort of like drops his head for a second, like mildly disappointed at the obviousness of this not occurring to him, and it's just like, well, yeah, okay, well, off to the cave then.
How
But then
many?
fails to consider that, hey, this basically means the goods are ours now.
True. How many days out of Jorenn Village are we? Out of interest.
It's midday at the moment. You get the sense that if you were to leave and go to Jorenn Village now, you'd probably get there just after sunset.
That is another option. We could make our way to Jorenn Village, drop these supplies off, and then come back out in the morning.
But we don't know exactly how long they've been captured for. We don't know how much time they have left.
We don't even know if they are captives, to be honest. They may have fled on foot to the village.
Very true.
Before anything else, I would hate to consider losing people because we didn't act in time.
A wise choice. Just wanted to make you aware of our other options.
Sounds like we have a consensus then, friends.
Let me see what I can do about hiding the wagon.
Ooh.
I
don't expect anything
if you
spectacular.
need anything blasted with cold energy,
I will keep that in mind.
I'll nod entirely seriously.
I'm happy to help. I'm always happy to help.
Thank you, Rhapsody.
I'll even do it quietly.
Out of interest, how many instruments are you carrying right now?
Yes.
All of them. Give me a second.
I think,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
the,
9.
the group term I think is called a ramshackle of instruments.
Yeah.
It should be
sounds
at least.
A rhapsody of instruments.
Yes.
A cacophony.
Hells yeah.
I will also say this, Rhapsody. Should you be able to come up with a bardic response for a bardic inspiration at any point regarding the goblin ambush, that bardic inspiration die that you give out will have an additional 2 points added to it
Oh, okay.
as a song begins to form on your adventures.
Ooh.
Once
Bad
was a
goblins,
hero
bad
named
goblins.
Ragnar
What
the
you gonna
Red.
do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
It doesn't have to be a song specifically. Like if you want to make a joke around the goblin ambush, I'll allow that too. It's just I'll if with
Homework.
these
I've got a homework
with
assignment.
these moments, if you can come up with something, I will allow you to get additional bonuses to your bardic.
I thank you. I will take that on board and do my best.
Alrighty. We might actually take a break at this stage. Might take a quick 2 to 5 minute break as the crew put the horse aside and then begin to head towards what looks to be a path where the goblins were going. Sound like a plan, gang?
Cool. Very
I'll
good.
probably
Sounds
take the
like
full
it.
5
Sounds
minutes
good.
and make a quick thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need a drink as well. All good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching, gang, on stream. We'll see you in about 2 to 5 minutes. Don't go away.
See you then.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are jumping back into Phandelver and Below Exandria Edition. You'll see on the screen we now have a map case that the party have collected, which items will appear based on objectives or story points that have occurred. Which, speaking of, I should actually go back to the main screen and we should talk about something that I keep forgetting about. Let me just bring this up. Got to quickly close my Photoshop that I just modified that picture with. So the party have in fact met up with Gundren Rockseeker. You should have all just got a notice saying the map is updated or the quest is updated. No. Oh. What if I do?
Not yet.
Quest.
Oh, didn't get a notification, but it does come up on the tasks.
Oh, okay. I just realized it doesn't pop up on the stream anyway, so it's boring for the stream. But yeah, you have left West Run with the Rockseeker cabin. You've escorted the or you're in the process of escorting the caravan to Jorenn village. They then left you, so now you can continue escorting Gundren's caravan to Jorenn village. You came upon some horses, which you need to investigate. And you need to determine what happened with Gundren and Sildar. Finally, you also have to survive the ambush, which you did. Congrats. And follow the goblin trail. Excellent. I will try and remember to keep that up to date because that'll give you good pointers as to what to do. Because it is a somewhat linear campaign, but I'm more than happy for people to go off the beaten path if need be.
Follow the goblin trail. Follow
the goblin trail.
My word, follow the goblin trail. Alrighty then.
Second Wizard of Oz references happened to me today. Good God.
Ooh.
What is this?
That'll happen.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Was the first one when a small child asked you what kind of witch you were?
Or did a mouse
the lady
fall on
says
you
that.
earlier today?
No, somebody advised me that they represented the Lollipop Guild.
Oh, the
Lollipop
Lollipop Guild.
The Lollipop
Lollipop.
Guild. And in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we should continue with the D&D.
Indeed, we should. The five of you hitch the horse up to the side of the road, obscuring it from the main view of the path, though anyone who was inquisitive probably could still find it. It's just the nature of the space you have. And set about down the path that the goblin that you killed was walking towards. Let me bring up my journal notes here. Alrighty. The path itself, like I said, is fairly small. It's a small walking path. It's about 5, maybe 10, or no more than 10 foot at some points wide. Basic rock and dirt, not as well flattened or laid out like the path you have been on with the wagon. You continue to move forward. Just so I understand, what is the order of operations? Who's going first? And like, some of you can probably stand side by side. Some of you can probably take the lead. However you want to do it.
I'll go either in the middle or the rear.
Yeah, I think Rhapsody's definitely a middle guy.
I'll go up front.
No.
Kind of torn between wanting to save face and be heroic in front of the group, or recover from previous nausea and face dirt napping.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll some dice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to make choices in this game.
I was going to roll a d2, but that makes so much more sense.
23. I'd say it was probably a bit upsetting to begin with. Not so much the combat, but just the gore and shock value of what happens straight after it. But I'd say like you've probably been able to recompose. You probably feel strong enough to act accordingly. And I'd also say that maybe like even some of your hunter instincts start to kick in. you've been on trails and had to hunt down things in forests with your friend in the past. So this is starting to make you feel a little bit more commonplace.
Awesome. All right, and sort of like deep breath again and be like, "Well, chums, we've got an idea of where to go. Let's head on, shall we? Look for this cave."
So the order is Dreamer, then Dreamer and Trey taking the lead.
I was going to say Kuiper's going to be up at the front as well.
Kuiper as well. All right, and then Fluden and Rhapsody towards the rear.
Yeah,
I'll let,
Rhapsody will be
Rhapsody
in the
walk a
middle.
few steps ahead, watching over him almost protectively.
I mean, he probably kind of has to with all the instruments, right? Like,
Clink, 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 clink. Yeah, and I will also say, I've got a PVC covering over my desk at the moment, so I've just realised I can use it as a whiteboard and write this stuff down.
ooh, hacks, love it.
Awesome, Raps.
Now, see, if you would simply purchase the Apple Vision Pro for 5,000 Australian dollars, you could use your entire field of vision as your whiteboard. Probably, maybe.
Probably
Might be
not.
enough for
I'd have to get a Mac. And who wants to get that?
Oh,
Am I
not
right?
necessarily. I mean, I don't think I could set it up without the departmental iPhone, but after that, it wasn't connected to anything.
Let's not get down this path, Ted. You and I both know that we'll continue on if we do. You set forth along the trail. I will say, let's have a look at this. It doesn't look like the trail leads directly to any sort of cavern or location that the goblin was talking about. It looks like this path goes and winds for what could potentially be a couple of hours. So I'll say for Dreamer and Trey, well, actually between Dreamer, Trey, and Kuiper, if you three are trying to take the lead, between the two of you, roll a perception check each with one person missing out, or one person rolls for getting an advantage.
I'll miss out.
I'll give Kuiper advantage on a perception check.
I feel we have the right party comp for this.
I'm trying to save face more than actually lead the party right now.
15.
You fools, I'm rolling terribly today.
Today.
15's not bad.
That's not shit.
You walk for about 90 minutes. The path itself, like I said, winds and curves. You can't really see more than maybe 300 feet in front of you before like it bends behind a tree or zigzags across to there's a couple of larger rocks that you sort of have to step over and the like. As you continue making your way in, it gets a bit rougher and rougher. But it's because of this that you're probably keeping a better watchful eye, Kuiper. And as you continue to make your way through, you actually notice what looks to be almost like a thin, tattered rope covered by leaves on something, covering something on the road itself.
Mind your step, everyone. I think we've got a trap here.
Oh dear, someone's left a trap out for it.
And indeed, yeah. Now that you're all there and look, you can see that again. It's a pretty rudimentary trap. Like only someone rushing probably would trigger it. But yeah, it's what looks to be like a rope snare that would then suspend you up had you actually stepped on it. It's easy enough to avoid or take down without issue.
Yeah, Kuiper's gonna let everyone stand back and just gonna, with his scimitar, and trigger it.
And the rope sort of just hangs there where your leg would be had you stepped on it.
Do they know that we're coming? If the trap got triggered? I'll start like a rabbit and it's gonna look around.
I doubt it.
Give me a perception check, Flut, as you sort of eagerly look.
Eagerly.
Well, you're more focused on it.
Okay.
I meant like an eagle.
Yeah, eagerly.
Eagle-like.
Eagerly. Nothing out of the ordinary here, but then again, this is a different forest to you. It's far more dense and oak to what you're used to. You're sort of more used to ashen trees that sort of spread apart. Yeah. Nonetheless, you all continue to make your way through, bypassing the trap.
Good job, Kuiper.
Still keeping the same order as you continue down, or changing positions?
Rhapsody will change instruments, but otherwise same.
Excellent.
Are you playing them as we go?
Always.
Oh dear.
Wait, can't you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought.
No,
Meta.
I'd have just a silent stream otherwise. I told WotC we need a song player so that way we can have background music. It's like on it, boss.
I'll let the Watcher and Kuiper take the lead and just sort of drop back a bit.
When we do get Rhapsodies, the BBEG is absolutely going to be singing his own villain, his own boss music.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Tim Curry and Fern Gully, like yeah.
Oh, hells yeah.
Nice. Oh, something's just
So it's going to
happening.
be sexy, is what you're saying.
It might be. You never know.
I mean, have you seen Rhapsody?
I mean, there's plenty of horns there, so you know.
Wow. Oh, coughing. Why'd I have to cough then? Just to try and stop that. Okay. Got him.
Allergic to not Tim Curry.
I'll say Dreamer and Kuiper with Trey stepping back down. You guys can choose again. Who wants to do their perception roll? Both or one?
You can do it this time with advantage.
Thank you very much.
I love it. Such a democracy.
Mhm.
I love democracy.
I like cake.
I like an 18 on the die.
Ooh.
Very nice with the 22. Now fully aware that this path is probably going to be a bit more suspicious than just a stroll. You take a more watchful look around, and indeed, you start to hear what sounds like sort of almost like a babbling brook, off in the distance. And as you sort of pick that up, your eye catches almost like a rock that should be out of place based on this current, or how this land would have formed based on hearing water. And as you take a better look at it, you see that in fact it's actually propping up just a small amount of thin balsa-like wood, which underneath has a small pit.
Oh, another trap.
Wow. How did you spot that? That's amazing.
Many years of experience.
Oh.
Crap, you say. Is this one that we might need to try and deactivate rather than triggering?
It's only about 5 by 5. Like it's fairly small thing. You could easily just walk around it. It's more that again you could fall in and sprain a leg.
Spotted it, and knowing is half the battle. And we know that it's there. Right there, in fact. We should avoid it.
Yes,
Should-
thank you.
Should we trigger it so no one else falls in it?
I mean,
Or would that be
It
too
would-
dangerous?
It would be simple enough to maybe just like take whatever's covering the hole and leaving it more open so it's more visible to the naked eye.
Okay.
if we go around solving the world's problems, how will anyone learn for themselves, Rhapsody?
I'd agree on that one.
I don't know how to answer that question. Would you like to hear another song?
Trader sort of gives a cheery grin and he's like, that's a very pragmatic way of looking at it, but maybe we should just put something over it for the time being. Like
Okay.
I don't know, like a stick. Make it obvious it's there, but
And
I
as
like that idea.
as you begin to sing or play the next song,
Ooh.
I like
you-
that idea.
Where's my journal notes?
Not to interrupt, Sean, but you've got a raid.
Welcome,
Whoa!
Raiders.
Big raid.
Hey! Old Stormy with the Raider 14. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Truly appreciate it. Welcome,
And
Raiders.
Rhapsody is absolutely a frog. Best frog.
The best frog. I'm having tech issues, of course, as that happens. No stress. But appreciate you guys. Come on in, join us. My name is Sean. We have Ted. We have the Plot Hook. We have Adam, Lobster Jess, and Phoenix in that order for each player. Hope you enjoy.
Hooray!
We are currently in Chapter 1 of Phandelver and Below, but with a Critical Role Exandrian edition spin to it.
And nobody's died yet, so we're doing great.
Nobody's died just yet, but we are about to load a new map, so we'll see.
Ooh.
You might be just in time for the death.
You might just be in time for maybe the raid will be the TPK. Maybe they are the killers.
Oh shit! Everyone who
Don't blame
raids
the
gets
raiders
added
for
to
our
the game.
incompetence.
Everyone who raids gets added to the game as an NPC.
Indeed.
One goblin per raider.
One goblin per raider. Is Phandelver and Below good? I'm enjoying it so far from what I've read of it. I've done the Lost Mines of Phandelver in the past for a few people, which I'm taking the same approach for this half of the book. But we'll see what happens. Stick around for the next 20 weeks and we'll see how it goes. My sessions definitely go a bit longer than usual.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'll just pause movement for a second while I just get the last details put up here. Okay. As Rhapsody begins to play their song, you start to come out into a more open field with a large cavern entrance sort of coming from where this babbling creek is.
And a new map, Rhapsody. Maybe it's time to cut the music for a little bit.
Yeah, a shallow stream
Oh,
flows from the
okay.
cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right side of the stream.
Well, you said that they said that they were going to a cave. I think we found said cave.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Should all probably be on high alert then.
Yes, I agree.
Right. And
Determined nodding.
stealthy, no music.
No
He needs to
music.
take any time
That-
to
it
prepare.
should be
anything
switching
or
over for you
anything
now.
like that, do they?
If we're taking time to prepare to go into the cave, Rhapsody will cast Dancing Lights once again.
Out of interest, how long do you think it would take for me to rinse off this studded leather armor in the stream that's right next to me and don it?
It wasn't that blood-filled because, again, it snapped its neck, so it wasn't really that bad. I would say it would only take you maybe about 5 minutes or so to sort of rinse off and be easily used.
Might have a patch of freeze burn, but it should buff out.
I'm gonna say, if you wouldn't mind me a moment, this is it's like better than what I've got, funnily enough. Its studs seem to add some sort of rigidity to it. I would rather like to not die, so here we go.
Yeah.
don't wanna keep
I
going.
also want you to not die.
That's,
I
Very
also
kind of
want
you,
you to
actually.
not die. Want any of us to die.
it just sort of has like a sort of mildly touched expression on his face, and it's like, well, that's very nice of both of you. If not just for the implication that I, one more body in the meat grinder. Speaking of which, we should see what's going on down here. Those lights are nice. I can't see too good down here. Does anyone who does any of you see well? in the dark?
This is where I should point out that really only one person potentially has dark vision.
Not me.
It's the reverse normal
Yo,
party.
I guess we'll find out how we do in a dark cavern.
Oh no.
Give me. We'll say at this point, like as part of the walk, if we can consider this a short rest. So if you want to use that as a time to don and doff armor, I'll allow that.
Okay, cool. I'm not going
I'm
to
not
bother
a
rolling a
monster.
hit die for 1 HP though. Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Man, if
You can just, if you just want to take a hit die and then just give back 1 HP, that's fine.
That's not good. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Famous last
Famous last words. Damn it.
Alright, I've got second wind. It'll be fine.
You're fine.
He's got a cut on his cheek.
Mhm.
It's going to look really good when it scars over.
Hot. Yeah. Chick stick scars.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, like, this is his first real adventure, so, like, just having a scar from falling on the ground, he's going to be like, yeah, I got that while I single-handedly wrestled a fully grown grizzly bear.
This is where I'll also
Yeah.
point out to the new viewers who've just jumped in, we have some custom rules in play here where if people go down to 0 hit points, they may opt in to take a lingering injury. We'll see how the rest of this map goes if we see it in
Yeah.
action.
That's not ominous at all.
That's not ominous
Yeah.
at all.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
it could
That'll
be
be
just
fine.
a flesh wound, but at the moment, 'tis but a scratch.
It is
But a
just
scratch.
nice. Have you swapped over that armor?
I have, thank you very much.
Okay, cool. You look about, and yeah, this opening to the cavern sort of like extends outwards into sort of like the mountain cliffside sort of begin to creep upwards as you sort of come into this sort of opening where light seems to reflect down through the trees. A small stream passing through the cave itself. Definitely, upon looking at it, only about 2 to 3 feet in height.
Oh, that's the height of the cave?
No, the creek. The stream is about 2 to 3 feet deep, so like it's easy to walk through.
Oh,
I'd still would recommend if we try and avoid that if we can, and potentially going to the edges and avoid splashing in water if we can.
The cavern opening probably would extend upwards to about 15 to 20 feet.
I will follow your lead, Kuiper.
Yes, I defer to your wisdom, good Kuiper. It sounds like you've got the lay of the land on this one.
Hey.
As Ted goes to yell at a cat. Awesome. So who's doing what?
Want me to take the rear again?
I want to sort of try and get some pointers on what's going on here, so I'm going to sort of stay close behind Kuiper and get an eye on how he's looking through this.
I think Rhapsody will be in the middle again. Do we want the dancing lights going into the cavern or no?
Well, without them, most of us will be unable to see.
I think it's best
So
for
we
the
do-
party to have it available so everyone
Yeah.
has sight, please.
So there'll be the 4 torch-sized lights. So we'll have one with Kuiper and Trey, and then one with each of the rest of us. Makes the most sense, right?
Okay. Yep. I haven't figured out how to add that just yet manually. So
Okay.
what
Can
I'll
you just
do?
have us emit a 5-foot light from the
Yes,
boat?
actually. So who's getting it? Sorry, it's
It's dim light in a 10-foot radius for everybody, basically.
because you got 5 bulbs.
I got 4, but I was going to have one with Trey and Kuiper. Because they're sort of following behind each other.
Oh, right. And what color will these balls of light be?
Ooh.
Or do you want them to be rainbow colored?
I was going to say normally they would be rainbow coloured. Because I feel like he uses them as part of his show. So,
Nice.
yeah. Get some RGB lighting in this cavern.
Each light sheds dim light into.
Oh, we could have a rave.
I don't think this is the most appropriate of locations, but do hold that thought. I love a party.
Oh, that surprises me, Dreamer. I didn't pick you for a party person.
I'm insulted.
Whoa.
What about me doesn't strike you as a party person?
Well, you didn't like my loud music the other day.
I was quite tired. It wasn't
Okay.
you. That was me.
I feel like everyone's a party person in their own particular way. There's
Right.
many different kinds of party. I mean,
That's
we ourselves are a party, if you think about it.
I don't like it when they eat raw meat. I prefer cooked.
And as you guys have this discussion and the lights begin to emit, I am going to roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
What?
We
Why
took too long,
would I
right?
do that?
We were just chilling.
it's for the
Oh, no.
shots that we're going to take at the rave. Who's going to go first?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I've got way too many screens. Hold on.
Hey, Sean,
yeah,
can you play Darude Sandstorm?
Du-du-du-du-du.
TOS, 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 TOS.
T-O-T-O-S, T-O-T-O-T.
We also rolling initiative, yeah.
Yes, please.
Partying, yeah.
Partying,
Fun,
party.
fun, fun.
Ooh, this is
Looking
not going to
forward
be
to
good.
the weekend.
Sorry, bear with me a second.
There's a bear with you.
Mm-mm.
God damn it. Another 2 for initiative. Wonderful.
Whoa, wowza.
I'm with you on that
Yeah.
one.
See you next week.
Ah, I rolled another dirty 20. What's going on? Just have that be my initiative roll permanently. Very nice. say that like I'm not already playing a character who just goes first.
Yeah, Pascal isn't enough for that.
Right.
That's
The
literally, that was the sole intent.
5 of you continue to discuss and argue and determine meets and lights and performances and the like, as an arrow flies through and hits Kuiper square in the shoulder,
Oh, damn.
Papa!
dealing 6 points of damage.
You're
Piercing
so
damage.
frustrated the combat's end of that damage, you just say, yeah, you take some damage.
As you look in shock, Floodbane, an arrow hits you
Oh no!
in sort of towards the lower abdomen, dealing 4 points of damage.
I don't have any 4 points worth of.
As you notice the arrows flying through the bushes here, as 3 goblins jump out. One of them far more solid and as thicker than the others.
That's a thick
Let-
goblin.
Let us begin. Oh, that sound didn't work, did it? So we'll do this one instead. And I'll roll these guys' initiative. Okay. Let's begin. That should be you, Trey.
Okay.
Wait, is it Trey or is it Dreamer?
Certainly not Dream. She rolled a 4.
Ah, then yes, Trey.
Okay. Seeing my friends just immediately is taking arrows out of nowhere. My trait is like jump back. See these people in the corner. Oh god. Bad news. Take another step back. And noting that this guy is a bit larger than the other, he's gonna aim for him with crossbow.
Go
Which
for it.
is going to not swing like he did last time, but like carefully, just pull up into position, aim carefully, and loose a bolt towards this guy. Aiming for his midsection, big target.
Go for it.
That 17.
For a 17. Let's just check this once. You watch as the goblin, seeing you do this, grab the scout that's next to him and lift him up and put him in between to get hit. So go ahead and roll damage
Okay,
as he
Oh, no,
uses
he
his,
used parry.
his reaction to redirect attack.
that's 5 damage. That's
5
amazing.
damage noise. This one is near death. He just starts coughing up blood as he's like,
Why'd you do that for? Get onto the fight.
Trey just sort of shrugs and is like, a hit's a hit, I guess. Take another step back. That'll be my turn. Thank you.
no worries. No, I'll drop the audio down just slightly, just in case it is maybe clipping a little bit.
That might be me.
You seem fine on our end, I think, but
Sounds fun to me.
alrighty. That's your turn. Moving on, we head to there we go. Rhapsody. You're up. You've watched 2 of your friends just get struck by arrows. Kuiper's probably looking rougher than he has in a while.
Yep.
Floodbane, though you don't really know his damage threshold, is taking a hit, but he seems okay for now.
Rhapsody's gonna say, wait, stop shooting at us. We're here to see your boss.
Ooh, give me a persuasion check.
Can I say, we have business with him in Goblin?
Ooh, roll it with advantage.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Awesome, Noel.
Lovely pair of
so
eyes.
sad.
He's gonna roll an insight check because he's a goblin, so they're not the greatest. Okay. The goblin chief puts his hand up to tell his men to lower their bows. All right, You've got our attention. What do you want?
We're here to see your boss. It's his birthday, and we're the band.
I need you to roll a deception check for me now. But I will use the same insight, which was a 4.
Jeez. Hey.
15. The goblin boss looks to the two men. He's like, I didn't know it was Clark's birthday. Did you know it was Clark's birthday?
I'd never heard anything about a birthday, sir.
It's a surprise party.
Surprise party.
There's supposed to be a really big cake. If you run in now, you might get some.
Why didn't you two tell me there was going to be cake? And he just throws the goblin down to the ground. Oh, God. Come on, we're going to go get some cake. The two of them run in. Do you guys want to continue taking turns?
I mean, I guess not if they're gonna leave.
I'll say that they've basically they've placed themselves out into the open. So if you guys want to continue, they'll be. I think they were the next two up anyway. So it's now Floodbane's turn. Do you want to continue on with any fighting?
Yes and no.
Do it.
Well, the thing is, if they actually go in, then we'll just have more enemies to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wrestle with this inwardly for a moment.
6 seconds.
And then I'll rush in, sort of running low in a hunter's kind of movement. And I'm going to try and blast these two with my breath weapon.
Go for it.
Ooh.
And I play the music
Here we go.
again.
This can do 1 damage. Just 5. Half on a save.
All right, they need to make a dexterity save. The scout, sort of trepidatiously walking forward as the goblin boss pushes him further in. He's like,
Oh, I didn't know anything about cake, sir.
he just catches on. Oh, what's it say on fire, but on ice.
Oh, right, yeah. So my breath weapon is ice themed.
Catches on ice.
Sorry, I swapped them around. And this one takes 5 and is nearly eviscerated by the cold, but he's just like, just shaking and frozen. The goblin boss succeeds, so he takes half, does he?
Yep.
All right, so he'll take 3.
If you want.
I treat it as rounding up damage against enemies, rounding down for party.
If you want. I won't complain.
Very kind.
And he's like,
Oh, what is this? Where's the cake?
and he's just going to turn to you and get ready to fight again.
Oh no, the cake is alive.
That's as much as to say, and I'll scuttle backwards, staff kind of crossed defensively in front of me. That's my turn, thank you.
Very nice. The goblin scout that was struck by the arrow from Trey sort of gets up and he's like,
I don't understand. Am I getting help or am I getting cake?
and he just crawls
If you stay
forward.
down, you won't.
Go on. What are you going to say?
If you stand down, you'll get cake. And we won't kill you.
Intimidation check.
Thank you.
He's going to do it at disadvantage because he's near death.
What is it? Oh, nice.
He's like, and he just sort of, he throws down his quiver and just holds onto the bow trying to support himself as like his guts are just starting to pull out from the arrow that struck into him. He's like,
Jesus.
God, I was just supposed to be on watch. And he will stand down. He is
I
out
wasn't even
of.
supposed to be here today.
He is defeated.
I only came in because we were short-staffed.
My day off.
You are up, Kuiper.
So as soon as the arrow comes in, you see that the normally ruby red eyes is glowing, but slightly fading to more of a pinkish hue. He flexes where his shoulder is, and the arrow slowly retreats out so he can grab it and extract it as he does second wind.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. Those
Nice.
chunky rolls coming when you need them.
The
Excellent.
blood that was originally tracking down his arm, instead of being like a singular line, appears like it's cracking along his skin, suddenly retreats back up as the wound somewhat heals. Sort of cracks his neck. And whilst it looks like he's walking with some insane speed, is right up in front of the goblin boss. Mistake. And takes the scimitar out and attacks.
Very
Nice.
nice.
But
Do this.
So if you got 2 of those,
Not yet. Not yet.
Got the target deal. That's right.
Well, I've just created 2 or 3 more dancing lights for you there.
oh,
You're welcome. I've given you ownership, so you're welcome to move them around.
thank you.
Although, hold on, I will actually just do. 16 was it? That is on which one? Sorry, the goblin boss was it?
Yep.
That is a miss. As it pulls up a shield and clang, just like sort of strikes against it. He's like, ah! I knew a birthday surprise was too good to be true.
Oh. Well, we have to get you somewhere and where we could actually hit you. Suppose this is a good position, if anything else.
Sorry, Jess, I'll get this fixed up for you in just a sec. No, is that your turn?
Yep.
Sorry, give me one moment. There we go. Who needs all those weird faced icons? Cool. All right. You can move those around as you please. Oh, righty. It's your turn. We go up to the Dreamer. Back to the top of the round with Trey after that.
The Dreamer will just very casually walk up next to Kuiper, put a gentle hand on his shoulder. You alright, my friend?
After a deep breath, I'll be right.
Good. Walk past him, and her body erupts in kind of silver radiance. She'll cast a Word of Radiance.
Hey.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Love that.
It's set up as a 15-foot cube, but I'm pretty sure it should be a 5-foot cube.
It can be a 15.
I'm not complaining.
not much difference either way.
Regardless, it should get both of the
Yeah.
goblins.
I haven't changed any of that, so that technically should be right.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Unless it's been like errated and fixed in a later book. But
Maybe we finally figured out what it means when it says that area, because we always questioned it in the other ones.
Maybe.
15-foot cube means it's 15 by 15. that
I've
seems
been using
way
Word of-
too huge. Either way.
I've been using Word
definitely is.
of Radiance as a cleric in a campaign, and it's 5 feet.
It's 5 foot, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
Gold hit.
Ooh. It avoids Kuiper, by the way. It only hits
Yep.
the goblins.
And what is it, half damage on?
No, it's a cantrip, so it's no damage on
Sadly, the 2 of them actually succeed with a 16 and a 14.
That's fine. It looks coolish, and that's all that matters.
Correct.
The 2 of them sort of just, as like a radiant silver light just glows on them. Their skin sort of sears a little bit, but not enough to do damage. Is that your turn?
Sure.
Let's get this raid going.
Oop, go on.
Sorry.
No, go back.
I will just bonus action cast Shillelagh on my sickle.
Nice. Okay then. Which is that you don't actually get to attack with that turn, do you?
No.
No.
It's just
Alright, cool.
so that next turn I don't need to use the bonus action to do so.
Nice. Trey, you are up. You watch as Kuiper rushes forward and strikes at a goblin boss that somehow seems strong enough to just deflect that attack with ease. And as a bright moonlit blast just radiates out from Dreamer.
Just sort of like it's stunned for a second, having not seen like a real display of magical power like that. Sort of shakes his head for a second, and then realizing that not only that the rest of his party sort of just jumped into the fray, and the fact that he's got new armor on, which he should be putting to the test. How far away are we? Why not let me click the ruler? I can just click and drag. Alright, I don't think it's actually my turn.
Oh, is it doing that? Oh, no, it was. Yep.
Okay, weird. Weird. Alright, so he's gonna be 20. That's another 20 feet there. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh shit, I can't stop it now.
Just right click it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna move up next to. Letting me move either. I'm just gonna quickly reload one sec.
Just make sure there's no trees that are blocking your movement. But no, that's all good there.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's like it wouldn't even let me click the movement tool. It was a bit strange.
Weird.
Let me just see if that works now. Yes, it does. Cool. So I would like to use my full movement to get up next to Flipbang. Just to be like, hi, and just unleash the crossbow.
Yeah, which
Just
one are you
like-
targeting?
I'm going to target the boss again because he rudely intercepted my shot last time, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay.
Still happy it hit, but let me just quickly.
What's the goblin boss wearing, by the way? Other than
Yeah,
the shield.
it's a good question. So yeah, shield. He also seems to have some sort of metallic shirt on. That seems to be taking.
Are we just gonna keep killing goblins so we can upgrade
Yep.
Trey's armor?
I mean, it
Okay.
worked for me.
It's what they offer.
so-
Alright.
Without turning to look at the goblin and still facing Flipbane as he greets him, he lets the crossbow bolt off. Let's see how we go with this one. Bardic Inspiration.
Go for it. Roll that extra. Is it D6?
It should be D6.
Yes.
And with a 3 making 17, you just hit.
Oh yes. So just sort of feeling the energy of his comrades around him, laying into these goblins. Yeah, it doesn't even look shot straight at this the goblin boss guy. Let's see what I do for damage. 6.
360 no scope.
Exactly.
3 points of
Well,
damage.
yeah, I don't see a scope on that thing.
6 points of damage. Sorry, the D6 was for the.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, yes, I was looking at the wrong one. The
know.
arrow strikes true, gleaning just like in sort of his sort of shoulder blade as it sort of gets in between the neck and shoulder as and he sort of sputters for a second. He's starting to look rough. I'd say he's getting bloodied.
Ooh, he looks badly injured.
Yes, that's it.
I'll
Yes.
take that. Thank you so much. That'll be my turn.
Okie dokie. Moving on. Rhapsody, you're up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think I'm gonna move up here. And yeah, there's not a lot else I can do. I know this isn't the best time for it, but do you want to hear a joke, Dreamer?
Always, my friend.
I mean, it is a birthday party, right?
What's a birthday without jokes?
Pretty poor one, if you ask me. What did the baker say when she won an award?
What?
It was a piece of cake.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, I love it.
And that'll be my turn. I can't do much else at the moment.
Sounds good. Great joke. Alright. It is the boss's turn. And it, furious to the fact that there's no cake now, is going to turn to... He's probably going to go to Kuiper, because Kuiper's the one that hit him. No, the radiant... They both missed. I think he would still go Kuiper. just because it was a physical attack, he probably has no understanding what happens with the radiance.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack with his scimitar. For a 21 to hit.
Yeah, of course.
And you take 4 points of slashing damage. As he comes in, he's like sort of shield still slightly up. He sort of looks over and looks at you and goes, "You think you're gonna lie to me? I'm gonna cut your legs off." When he goes in for a slice, and you just step out of the way slightly, but it gets the top of your knees, just digging in painfully. And that is his turn. It's the scout's turn, and confused and panicked, it has no idea what to do, and is going to just try and attack with a dagger at Dreamer. For a 20. Jeez, these guys are rolling good. That itself deals 4 points of damage. And he's like, what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And that's its turn. You are up, Flibbane.
Almost as if I've seen Naruto, I once again gather lightning energy in my hand and sprint forth through and around my comrades. And I'm going to try a shocking grasp on the goblin chief person. As we've established he's wearing metallic armor, I will get advantage on this attack.
Hey, yo.
Very nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Have some sense into
I
it.
pressed the buttons. I'm
Yeah,
waiting for
no,
it to happen.
that's right. I'm just, Yeah, he would do it. He's going to grab the the scout again and try to lift him up and redirect the attack onto it. But because it's electric, it's going to go course right through him and just shock the metallic creature. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I think I did, and I think it... Okay, no, there we
Oh,
go.
no, I did. Sorry, yes, 2d8. It was 6. Okay. So
I thought I did it earlier.
he's
but-
going to take 6 points of damage, and the scout's going to take half that. As the goblin boss just goes and throws the scout down, is enraged, but also like starting to, like, you can see like bloodshot eyes starting to come through. As the scout just looks and goes, just smoking from his mouth, just collapses to the ground, dead.
I have a goblin blood sort of spurted its way up my fingers as it managed to actually penetrate the mail through to the skin. My face is probably about as fearsome as it's ever been seen. This is actually intentional this time.
I'm going to ask you a quick question here, Flibbane. Is there any markings of any sort? Actually, no. You know what? No, do not answer that for me. He's going to make a deception check. He's going to look at you and then look up to the staff and go, "Tell Hannah they'll pay." And as he sort of looks at you with anger.
How do you know Hanor? Who'll pay? Answer me!
Mark my words, the Crackmores will rule this land.
Probably said about as much in this exchange as I'll get to.
Yep. You are up, Kuiper.
Wincing from his knee, again, the blood not forming a traditional trail, but fracturing almost down his leg. The glow in his eye returning. Takes the scimitar out and is going to, gonna go for another attack in.
Go for it. A 21 will do it. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Ooh.
For 9 points of damage. Hey,
Nice.
Kuiper, how do you want to do this?
Oi!
Towering over him. I said mistake, and just straight into the side of his neck.
focused on the Dragonborn next to you. He sort of stares with intent eyes as this scimitar just slices straight in, and as you kick and pull it off, he just collapses to the ground, gurgling. And that ends that combat. Very nicely done.
I'm getting quite frustrated with these goblins.
In the wake of the combat, I'm sort of still staring forward, quite shook by what's happened. My hand trembling slightly as blood drips down it, and smoke continues to waft upwards.
You get pushed aside by 5 feet. Oh, actually, no, you don't. Crawling underneath your legs, a goblin appears, and he's just sort of look like, please, I didn't. I was just supposed to be on guard.
Why?
Why can't I get that dead-looking thing off him?
Do you mean move?
No, that's all right. It's just no, that's right. He's supposed to be there, but because I told him he was defeated, he won't come back out of that position. A new scout appears, and that's him.
You look only slightly familiar.
He's just coughing. He's like, what the god has happened?
Who is your leader? Who's in there?
It's Clark's our leader. He's the leader of this Crackmore group here.
Are they speaking Goblin, Paul? Or are they speaking Common?
I don't know, Paul, are they? No.
I have no idea.
All good. That's up to you, Flubang. Would they be...
I would have probably asked in common.
Yep, in common then. You hear it all in common.
Gotcha.
For a rule of thumb, if you're willing to do this with me, Ted, we speak in a fine British accent for goblins.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we
Okay.
speak with eloquence in goblinoid.
Understood, my good man.
Please, kind sir,
That's not remotely.
I don't wish to die on this very occasion.
Oh no, that was me saying that to you.
Oh. But yes, in common at the moment, Dreamer.
Okay. I was just clarifying.
Clark is the leader. This is our hideout for the ambush.
Hyper has come back. He's kind of like half bended his knees to step alongside Flubane. Ambush. So, the two that you attacked out there, where are they?
What you mean the small one and the old one?
You know exactly who I'm talking about. Where are they?
And he sort of winces as he looks at you. He's like, the old one's inside. Boss didn't want him, so we're just looking after him for now. But we were told to send off the small one for questioning back home.
Do you want to ask where it's home?
Home's at our keep. At the Crackmore Castle.
Where is that exactly?
He sort of looks around, he's like, and just points in a direction. That way.
How far?
Oh. He sort of starts looking at his fingers. More than my fingers in walks.
Days? Hours?
Days.
And do you know Hannah?
Who is Hannah?
Would he know Hannah?
Do you ask that, Dreamer?
I do, yeah.
Oh, she was my mentor. The staff is. I hesitate for a moment. A memento of her training.
Yeah, he scratches. He's like, is that the old one?
Yes, she is.
I don't know.
I think he's referring to a different old one in this situation.
You humans all look alike to me.
Wow.
Hey, goblins can be racist. He's also saying it to a dragonborn.
I beg to differ.
No, Hannah is a goblin. And I'm not human or a goblin.
Oh,
Your mentor was a goblin?
Yes, I grew
wait.
up
Do you
with her.
do you speak fine goblinese?
I do not.
Oh no, sorry,
yes,
that tonal change was me doing the voice of a goblin.
I rather, yes, I studied its ways.
Well, push me down a mountain. That's extraordinary.
There are stranger things on heavens and earths.
You're telling me, kind sir. These two are just like,
Pepper's just looking at Dreamer, just going, what the?
I think Floodbane might be a goblin.
No, I grew up with goblins.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
You see, I was an abandoned egg. I was born when my egg was struck by lightning amidst blackest night on the coldest, darkest night of winter. At least that's what Hannah tells me. She exaggerates sometimes for the sake of a good story.
It is a good story.
It is a good story, I'll give you that.
I grew up
Thank
around
you.
goblins too. But I didn't get struck by lightning. Well actually,
Is your-
then he looks down his chest.
Would you like to be?
No, please.
As you say that, Dreamer, kind of involuntarily, a couple of sparks of lightning just arc their way up the back of my neck and spark off my horns.
Hot.
Please,
Sorry.
please don't kill me. I'm just supposed to be here on guard until we return back to the castle.
Well, since you're here on guard, you must know, aside from the old man that's in there, who else is in there? Who else of your tribe's in there?
Well, Clark's in there. He's in the cave. Yemik's looking after the gobbos.
Sorry?
Yemik is looking after the gobbos, the goblins.
Yes, and what is Yemik?
Yemik's our lieutenant.
And what is
Okay.
Clark? Tell me about Clark.
Well, Clark's a big boss. And he sort of, you see, like he sort of takes a step back and then does a jump and tries to make a height. Though it looks like he's trying to get higher than he can jump. It's like he's really tall.
Taller than Kuiper?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, is he a bugbear?
That's it. Yeah. That makes no
Yeah,
sense to me.
right.
He doesn't look buggy at all.
Would I have met a bugbear on
Oh,
my
yeah.
travels, or would you say?
I'd say there would have been a bugbear in the tribe, easy.
No, there isn't. That's what I said on travels.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, in that case, yeah, if there's none in the tribe, then yeah, you would have definitely seen one. Or at least you would have seen him in other parties.
Yeah. Yeah, they're sort of kind of like boss, chief, you know, the tough guys.
Big and scary.
In more warrior tribes than yeah. We didn't have any where I grew up.
Yeah, he's really
I
tough.
was the big tough person.
You're a
Oh,
buggy bear?
Sort of.
Are you a bugbear, Flood?
I don't know.
You got a high enough intelligence. You know you're not.
Okay.
He has an existential crisis.
Look, if I'd rolled a -2, it would have gone in intelligence.
I rolled a -2 and it went in strength, to be fair.
Yeah.
What are they planning to do with the old man?
I think we're just gonna kill him.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
I think Yimik's just waiting to see if he gives us any information.
Hmm.
How long would you say they'd wait? Could it be any second now? Should we?
He looks down at his hands and starts counting on his fingers again. I don't know.
I say time is against us.
It's unfortunate. I'd love a nap right about now.
I'd like to tend to my wound as well if we had the chance, but I don't think we might have that ability.
Oh, I could use a nap too. Do we have cake?
Cake's only for good boys. You've been bad.
Oh, well, I gave answers. I'm a good boy.
You did also shoot our friend here.
Mm-hmm.
No, because the boss told me to.
Friends don't shoot friends.
Where your boss now?
No cake for you.
Oh, and he just sort of sulks off into a corner. I don't get anything.
What are we going to do with this thing?
I suggest that we let him go to where their castle is, because we don't really want him around. But I feel like killing's a bit cruel, even in this situation.
Hang on. Let me try. I've been told I'm good at this.
Please?
Please go away. Because if you come back, I'll sort of growl.
Intimidation check.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm gonna roll an insight, but I feel like it's not gonna be good anyway. He goes, it's just a guard, and he'll just run down the river.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You are right, you are good at that.
Good to meet you.
I
Never
almost wanted to leave.
feels right.
That was scary.
I don't know. It sometimes works.
Well, it would appear that we do not have much time. But we should be on high alert. There are definitely more of them in there.
Yep.
Trey just sort of sheepishly racks the crossbow and is like, well, are we going in guns blazing? Please should probably not go in guns blazing.
Well, it may
If
not be the
you,
worst idea.
Kuiper, if you can see good, maybe we could all sort of creep behind you, and then bust out the lights if we need to, rather than give ourselves away.
I would much prefer if we stick together as a group, so in case something happens.
Right behind you. I didn't mean going alone.
Oh yes, but I'd still like to be able to keep the lights around just to make sure that we all can see what's happening.
Regardless, I think Rhapsody should put away all the instruments for now. You kind of jingle when you
Can I just have the panpipe out?
can, but you cannot play it.
Okay. That's fair.
Kuiper
Unless you're
will
doing-
kneel down to Rhapsody and goes, "Remember that one time where we had to be absolutely quiet because we were being chased?"
You have the energy of like a parent talking to a child in like a fucking zombie movie.
Do be like that.
The thing is that we're now doing the chasing,
Says Carl.
so we need to be quiet so we can chase them, okay?
Okay. I will do my best. And he'll start slowly packing everything away. Very, very sadly. Looking at everything.
Won't be long, we'll be able to play them again.
If we
I know.
don't die, we should have another music playing thing tonight.
You promise?
If we don't die.
Okay.
if we don't die, echoes off into the trees. And with that, we might take another quick break, another 2 to 5 minute break here before we finish up for the final portion of our session tonight.
Give Rhapsody time to pack everything away.
And then we can have a quick chat as well to see if we want to do a short rest. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, people in the stream, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in about 2 to 5 minutes, so please do not go away.
Bye.
Alrighty, guys, my audio is having some issues, but we're back. Let's get that song back on for just a second. But yes, thank you for letting us take our final break for the night. We're going to jump into the final portion of this session for about another 30 to 40 minutes. Let's quickly just discuss, gang, what we want to do in terms of progressing forward. Now, part of these additional rules that I've created for our session is that you do have the ability to take what is essentially a short rest. A short rest is normally 60 minutes of time, but which allows you to roll hit dice to recover hit points. For wizards, it'd be do things like arcane recovery. Bards have like Song of Rest and things like that as they grow up. But what a short rest would do is basically it would drop it down to 30 minutes, and you get to choose one feature to do rather than all of them. So is that something that any of you would be interested in at the moment?
Yeah, Kuiper is going to recover his second wind.
Ooh, can you do that on a short rest?
Short rest, yep.
Oh, nice.
That is a fun.
Great. Can we roll hit dice on a short rest?
You can, yep, you just can't do anything else. Like, so you can choose one of the options.
I only get the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get one shot, so.
Kuiper's probably the only person who has two options then. Oh,
And I guess Trey would as well, being a fighter.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to keep it as is for now.
Alright, well, I've progressed the clock by half an hour.
alrighty.
I will say, just so everyone is aware, I am tapped on spells.
Also tapped on spells
I have one.
and running out of bardics.
Let's fucking do it.
I still have my scimitar.
Liquid Fry, I agree. It is a good idea. Like, I don't even actually know where I heard it. I think I picked up some detail or thread of it and then made my own version. But, like, particularly when you're dungeon crawling, no one wants to be like, okay, let's spend an hour sitting here while we wait for everything in the dungeon to unfold. Like, the BBEG who you're chasing, like, you're running through the dungeon to get to before they do their big bad thing, isn't going to sit there for 60 minutes going, where'd they all go? 30 minutes makes more sense in terms of like, okay, we're taking a quick breather, we're quickly recovering, and then pushing back through. All right. How are we all doing? Are we all done what we want to do for this long rest? Or short rest, sorry?
Ooh,
D8.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
that's all of.
That's a solid nap, Dreamer.
If she does one thing well, it's napping.
That's very true.
A quick half an hour power nap.
Takes Rhapsody half an hour to put all the instruments away.
And just, I agree with your message in chat as well. Alex, will you let us do it in Waterdeep? Well, because
Maybe.
I'm sure there's like cafes around. How long would it take to get a macchiato?
I feel like considering we don't have a healer in that party, it would be a nice idea to be able to take
Maybe.
a short rest and recover something.
I love that Ted just went in for a scoop then with his plate and spoon. It just sounded like a coffee shop in the background. Oh, what is with this music? Oh, it's not such a repeat, that's why. But it shouldn't be such a repeat. Oh, I'm so confused. Never mind. Let's continue on. As you look down at the mouth of this cave, let's see what we see here. Yeah, you can see that the water itself is beginning. It's still the same depth, but it's probably trickling at a slightly faster pace, just as like it's starting to come down what looks to be sort of a slanted uphill climb.
Into the breach, I suppose.
Very well.
Shouldn't we go
Yeah,
into the
stuff.
cave first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and I would avoid the water if possible. We don't want to alert people by splashing about in it.
All right, are we stealthing our way in? Is that the idea?
Ideally.
As much as we can with a grung full of musical instruments, I suppose.
Attempt to.
I'd say if Rhapsody's taken the short rest to tie things down, I will not imply a disadvantage on her stealth.
Oh, thank you.
If it's not discussed beforehand, then yeah, definitely I will be.
You know what? I think that's very fair.
That is very fair.
But I did specifically say you took 30 minutes to tie everything down, so...
What about the lights, Rhapsody? Would you be keeping those going?
No, I would have dismissed those because we decided we were not going to have them out. Is that correct?
I just don't like the idea of them being able to see we're coming.
Yeah.
We might need to bring them out, like when we begin hostilities, if that happens.
Can I ready an action to...
It's a cantrip, so I feel like it's easy enough to do. I'd say, reactionary-wise, you'd be able to, you'd know to. You're used to trying to do it to the beat of a drum, so like yeah, you can definitely
Yeah. If
just
I hear a loud noise,
make them
they'll come
fly out as need be. Yeah.
I suppose I can't hide this any further as much as everyone seems to think that I can. I cannot see in the dark.
Oh,
That's
Damn.
unfortunate.
So we do want the lights then?
I think we
Yes,
kind of need to, because otherwise all 5 of us are walking in blind.
Okay.
You do have torches.
Light a torch if you prefer.
If we have torches, it would be, I think, a bit better.
Yeah.
I can't find this other goddamn light.
Am I standing on it?
No, it's right there. There you go.
Oh, there it
Gotcha.
is.
Yeah. I think there's still one
Who
behind.
just
Underneath.
killed the light? But no, that's what the goblin was.
No, I just moved it back into position.
Yes, every time...
It's Trey that's also
Rhapsody-
got the light on. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Still one flying around, but I'll figure out where that is later.
Not around me, is it?
No, I did check your stats. It's I think someone's standing on it, so that's fine. I'll see it in a sec.
Yeah.
There it is.
It was on
Boop. Right. If any of you do want to use a torch, you can actually right-click on your token, and you'll see a little flame symbol there. What that will do is actually ignite a torch and take it out of your inventory once it's put out.
Okay.
Fancy.
Convenient.
It should work. I tested it out. In theory, it works. It doesn't really create a color. It just lights. So there's no like aura to show how far out it goes. Just if you're going into a completely dark area, you're probably going to notice that it will only reach to a certain point.
I have done so. For those to be aware. I have lit a
Yeah.
torch.
Yeah, and you'll probably actually notice like that now that as you look into it, you can see far further into the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it's alright for the red light to be provided, I would like to keep both hands not free, if that's alright.
Yeah, I don't have any torches. I have a candle.
Yeah,
Fine.
I do with the
If I
torch.
Stay in the middle, there should be enough light for the
Yeah.
bunch of us.
And it'd be quick enough for you to just dip it into the water to turn it off. So
Yeah.
Great.
okay. I'll also say as the light goes on, Kuiper and Rhapsody, you notice that this cave, while it does look like it's a stream that's going through, it does tend to bend further up, with a potential opening to the left and one closer to you on the right.
Very well.
Just-
Shall we head in?
One second.
Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're having cat problems at Ted's end.
Are you happy for us just to move through?
Yeah,
this?
yep. By all means, I will pause it as need be.
I am
Alright.
trying.
And we pause it straight away. I'll get everyone to roll. First of all, I'll get everyone to roll a stealth check just to be safe, because I feel like you are trying to be stealthy.
We
Okay.
sure are, I think.
Sure.
Respectable.
That feels right.
Yeah.
I do this.
Okay.
May I use
Jesus, I didn't
You guys,
see that one.
to be clear, Floodbane, Trey, Rhapsody, and Kuiper still have an inspiration die to use.
Yeah.
Do I not? Did I use mine?
I think you used yours.
I gave you one, but I don't think it got recorded on the thingamajiggy.
Did it not? Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think I used.
Alex definitely got one last session. We all got
I know they used one.
Did I?
Yeah, you used it for one of the roles when in the town.
Oh, exactly the same bloody thing.
But yeah, look, you know what? I'll trust you, Ted.
I
you,
mean, it's fine. Maybe I did. I'm not fussed about it.
have another one now anyway.
Thank you, Lobster Jess. So for those watching, if you are a regular viewer, you can use your channel points to redeem an inspiration die for a player. You can redeem one per player per session.
And
Can I use that to re-roll, or do I have to declare it before I roll?
No, I'm fine as long as I don't give out the results. Think of it like a bardic inspiration. If I don't give you the results, then you can choose to roll again.
can I use mine to re-roll as well?
Of course.
As well.
So who's using their inspiration? Dreamer,
I already did.
Rhapsody,
Rhapsody.
I got the
Bloodbane?
same result.
I just need to get my stream deck open because nothing's working for me tonight.
Look, 10s aren't too bad. They're respectable, right?
Perfectly.
Okay.
For a grown
just hope
loaded
it'll-
with instruments, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have kind of like a precision to my movements if I'm not self-conscious about it. I am the type to strip over my own feet.
I think
You know what? It's probably that Rhapsody and Flutebane keep bumping into each other.
interestingly, the rolls themselves aren't too bad. I'm not gonna criticize you too much on that. It is an echoey cavern, so even the noise of the river, it actually does sort of dull a lot of the senses people have. Like it's always a constant ambient noise that people hear. But as you begin to walk through, what you do notice, Dreamer, is just to the right of you is a small pit. Let's see, what does it say here? A few uneven stone steps ascend to a small, dank chamber on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. 3 chained wolves snarl and rattle their chains as you approach the cave mouth. Each of the chains leading to an iron rod driven deep into the base of a stalagmite. Does everyone know the difference between stalagmite and stalactite?
Stalagmite has an M in it.
Tight is from the ceiling, mite is from the
Yeah,
ground.
they
Stalagmite?
hold tight,
Trip over a stalagmite.
and a stalactite holds tight to the ceiling.
Stalactite, hold on tight. Stalagmite might poke your butt from below. That's correct.
Oh!
Thank you, Tenacious D.
Oh, there.
The three dogs sort of turn to you as you walk in, Dreamer.
You guys want dogs?
Dogs?
Trey just sort of
Can I-
like. Oh, sorry. You go.
And I growl back with the intention of trying to make friends.
If you're moving
I'm
up
thinking this
there
is
as
a
well,
charisma animal handling.
I'll allow that.
Yes.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Trey just sort of pauses for a second and he shouts out to the dreamer and he's like, "Are any of them large enough for me to ride?"
Are any of them large enough for me to ride?
You
I
are
am
both small.
sort of hunkered down, trying to get a little closer to eye level and go.
The wolves sort of stare at you and then sort of sniff. And as you growl back at them, their fangs begin to protrude as they begin to snarl deeper. One of them begins to pull on a chain, and you hear clink, clink, as it's sort of like trying to yank itself off the rod.
Maybe,
I don't think we're becoming friends.
maybe you should show them your teeth.
I'll bare my fangs. And so, again, not like launch a breath attack, but I'd like to have the natural ability this comes from result in icy mist forming from around my fangs.
Give me an intimidation check. I was going to say at a disadvantage because I wasn't sure if you're actually thinking of doing that, like of being intimidating, but that makes it look more intimidating than it was. So, nulls it out. With that 20, as you do this, the hands like almost like you see in movies with the dragon, is like as it's breathes and like you just see that huge mist come out. This happens as well, and that one that starts snarling sort of retreats back. It's still on edge, but it's retreated back, sort of in a more defensive position.
It's more like it.
All three sets of eyes are fixated on the two of you.
And you have a way with animals, yes?
I suppose. They're not really my thing, but horses seem to like me. I haven't tried it with wolves.
Horses are pretty.
True. I mean, do we have any interest in these wolves, or should we just move on?
Trey just sort of shouts out from the back again, but like in sort of a broad whisper. He's like, "You guys, are any of them large enough for me to ride?
Probably.
I
Are any of them large enough for me to ride?"
They are wolves.
A medium creature. Yeah.
I would say technically, yeah. It'd be like they'd be smaller than a Shetland pony, but they'd put you'd.
Scrambles.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to figure out what the physics of a wolf are to allow it.
Try,
It's not
maybe.
the wolf.
I would say you could certainly try. Well, let's use the
Would you-
Matt
I
Mercer
was gonna
approach.
say, do you want to know what my next statement's going to be after that? It's going to be, all right. Well, let's come back to this later. They're not a threat to us immediately, are they?
I was gonna say, let's come back for them after.
Exactly. I just want to know.
Look like there might be. Shut up.
Wow, you're not even moving your mouth anymore.
Amazing.
It does look like there might be a chasm of some kind on the other side, but I'm happy to move on.
Let's do.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'll do like I'll point to my own eyes and then point to theirs, sort of say, "Hey, I got my eyes on you," and steadily creep on past.
Yeah, big same. Keep a very concentrated.
I'll get
eye
you.
on
I'll get Dreamer and Floodbane to stop there for me. I really wish this map had smaller grids, but every time I tried to adjust it to fit better, it screwed up everything else. Alrighty, where we at? Number 4.
Ooh, some nice layers with this bit where
Yeah, how cool is it that like you can actually the rock overhangs you.
Yeah. Disappeared
that
into a
foreground layer.
As you continue moving upwards, you see a steep passage. Is that what it is? Yeah. The passage of the cave climbs steeply upwards. In the shadows, the side passage leading west looks to sort of go up in steps. It looks like brittle rock, but it could be climbed.
Talking about this part here.
Just here, yep.
All right, guys. North or west?
The passageway, the river itself seems to actually go. Go under, like follow the same elevation that you're on at the moment, but a steep, rocky set of steps also then creeps upwards to the east. Give me a perception check, Dreamer, seeing as though you're the one with the torch.
Gladly.
Okay, so we got too many windows.
There's no windows. We're in a cave.
As you look down, like along the river, or the creek, you notice that hanging up above it is a small wooden bridge that sort of encompasses across the chasm itself. It's not there. And as you begin to sort of stare at it, you notice a goblin standing atop of it, seemingly paying no attention to you at the moment.
She'll just kind of silently gesture back to Flood and point at the goblin.
I'll point to the goblin and sort of make moving towards it kind of gesture, and then tilt my head in a questioning manner too.
To be clear, just because I know this map is a little bit confusing, the bridge here overhangs the rock as well, so you'd be actually walking underneath it. It's about 20 foot high.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, that was confusing me. Thank you.
It's like an overpass.
It's like an overpass. So the stairwell on the right seems to like climb up and wrap around to an area you can't see. I think it'd be fair to say that wherever it wraps around probably has a pathway that then goes to the bridge.
Okay.
The bridge goes across to the left, which, again, just based on your current perspective, you'd probably imagine may connect somewhere where this sort of brittle path goes.
Okay. That being the case, I'll instead gesture up there and make a questioning head tilt.
The dreamer will just nod and head that way.
Okay.
I'll follow you at a 5-10 foot kind of distance.
Where are we in this? What I'll get you
Assuming
to
I can get
do,
across here without too much difficulty.
What would you say Dreamer's weight is? Just in general, doesn't have to be specific. Like, would you consider them like they're fairly light on life?
Hell light.
Yep.
Yeah. She doesn't have much in the way of equipment either, so.
As you step on,
Asking a woman her weight, how dare you?
as you step on it, like you do feel it sort of shifting slightly.
She'll just whisper back down. The rocks are unstable. Be careful.
You can also mentally
That's
to people.
a wonderful point. That I forgot my core feature. I will use the telepathic mind link to communicate that with Blood.
Is that between you and one person at a time, or does it establish only all of us can?
It's 1-to-1.
1-to-1. And it's only 10 foot range, so.
I did say I was that far behind you. I'll respond to you and say, Trey?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, so I say that to, I'll turn and say,
You say that to Dreamer.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, no, that's me. That's the dreamer.
Oh, Rhapsody.
The scroll say,
Thank you.
there's some loose rock. I think it might be a bit too heavy for Dreamer and me. Until I said that.
Okay. No rocking out. Duly noted.
But
Yeah.
no, like you might be able to climb and not disturb the
Oh.
rock.
Okay. Alright. Wait, why am I doing this? I don't know there's a
explore?
goblin up there. I don't know there's a goblin up there, yeah.
Goblin over there. Useful path up there.
As he pointed out, you can look up and you can see that yes, indeed, there's a goblin on that bridge. It's starting to maybe get a little bit inquisitive. It's starting like to hear some noises like of talk, and it's sort of like trying to peer to see. It's kind of like it's not really getting a sign of anything just yet.
Okay, so what I would do at this point is I'd like make hold up a closed fist, and then I'd point to Fluidbone. Would the dreamer be able to see me from where they are?
Yep, they can.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he'd like point to Fluidbone, point to the dreamer, and then just like ready his crossbow and slowly point it up at the goblin.
Yeah. Nod slowly and then point my staff as well.
So, I mean, obviously, to explain, I want to see if we can all hit it at the same time to avoid the chance of it yelling out to its comrades or anything. So
You'll
yeah,
just
I
hear
mean,
the dreamer whisper in your mind. Quietly, please.
it's just sort of like sharply incline his head and then just focus on the crossbow. So yeah, I will hold the shot for the dreamer and Fluidbone to also take an action to attack this thingy. The little goblin.
My spells, I think, all have verbal components, so I might draw a
mine.
dagger.
That's because you're closest. I don't know what you guys have.
Yeah, I might draw a dagger and mime as if to throw it.
Yeah, go ahead and choose what you're going to use and then target the goblin to attack.
Oh,
Alrighty.
praying. I'm praying.
I'll hold up 3 fingers then.
I'll say at this
Piper should
stage,
probably be on this too.
I'll say at this
Assuming-
stage you wouldn't have advantage because he's on guard. But yeah, I'll take into account that again he hasn't seen you. So
But yeah, that actually probably is a good idea to get Kuiper into this.
Piper, scout, silent weapon range. I'll wave a dagger as if this explains my point.
Kuiper sort of looks, extracts 2 scimitars, shrugs.
Ooh.
That's
I
fine.
I have a
I'll offer
dagger.
you a dagger.
I can't actually see where Rhapsody is in my map right now.
can't you?
Oh yeah, but
Rhapsody is also disappeared.
Rhapsody is in the wall.
Can someone
Yeah.
ping Rhapsody? Oh,
It's because you used
the
to
way
hearing
you-
all the instruments.
just the way he popped out, went yeah, and then popped straight back into the wall.
it was so good.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay,
The map,
well,
the party can see it because, or the stream can see it because they're grayed out because they're in the dim light.
Okay. I
Alright,
was gonna say I
Um,
can see everyone. Like I've got no problems.
That is weird.
yes.
hold up.
But yeah,
Yes,
Hold
Kuiper,
up,
I have
three.
a,
as well.
Kuiper,
Hold
I
up,
have
3
a
fingers.
dagger if you want it. And Rhapsody will pull out a dagger from his bag. It's not equipped, so
Alright, cool. Let me drag the dagger over to Kuiper.
I take an action to equip it. Okay.
Inventory. Where is it? Oh, dagger. Yep. Alright, you now have a dagger in your inventory.
Alrighty.
Raise 3 fingers, begin to count them down. And then on 1, I'll probably attack.
Me too.
All 3 of you roll your attack. Or 4 of you, I guess.
5.
I don't know if Rhapsody wants to join in on something as well. They can do that. Absolutely.
I no longer have any range things.
I'm
Oh,
not
you only
gonna
had one
hold
dagger.
and
Oh.
See how we go. 'Cause I
Oh,
don't have anything that I can do without making a bunch of noise, unfortunately.
Kuiper, you still have your inspiration too, by the way, Kuiper.
Kuiper doesn't know how to use a dagger. He's just throwing it. Hopefully, he's going to hit it.
alright. I'll get all 3 of you to roll.
Absolutely fair and valid.
I'll get all 3 of you to roll damage for me.
Oh, big damage.
Huge.
Alrighty. We have 6, 11, 5.
Jeez.
I don't even have sharpshooter yet.
All right.
Yeah.
You watch as who's got good perception? And you're in the line of sight. You watch Trey as you shoot your crossbow. It being probably the fastest weapon of them all to sort of reach that target. It hits it straight in its head. As another dagger slides into its chest, and another one flows past. As Flubane and Trey's weapons hit, you just see this thing almost Hitman-like just sort of sway for a second and then and just fall off the bridge and splash into the water. And
How loud is the splashing?
doesn't seem to be enough to well, you haven't noticed any other noise at the moment. There's enough sort of other dripping sounds.
A dull, wet splat. Trey just sort of like immediately drops the bow down and has got a very pleased expression on his face. It's like, well, I think that worked pretty well.
Yeah, you guys did great.
Good.
I'll scurry over all stealth-like and attempt to retrieve the daggers. I guess the crossbow bolt if it's in salvageable condition.
Yeah, I'll say you can. Well, you'll say you see a dagger and a crossbow bolt in there.
No.
I
Oh yeah,
also
the other one
just-
flew into the darkness.
As Flipbane sort of scurries away, I just sort of turn to the rest of the party and I'm like, I'm sorry, I sort of shouldn't assume about people's things for attacking it. Just we'll talk about this later. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just
It's
sort of
fine,
duck.
but yes, something we should probably talk about later is how do we work with these situations.
Indeed.
Nevertheless,
Goblin never making fun of them.
there doesn't seem to be anyone else around at this stage. As you look over the goblin, you can see they have a scimitar, a short bow, and a basic set of leather armor.
I just sort of like eye the scimitar and then turn to Kuiper. Not say anything. Just look at him look at them for a second, and then turn back to the scimitar again. And then turn back to Kuiper and be like, "You don't need 3, do you?"
He just shakes his head.
Okay. Let's move on.
Actually, there's a bit of flaunting. What he actually will do will extract it a little bit, and what you'll notice that unlike the kind of like scabbardy, like rusted sort of scimitar, the scimitars that Kuiper have is actually really pristine in nature.
Oh yeah, and these goblin ones are like chipped and pot marked and oxidization from the water and just the humid nature of this cave. Like they are.
I'd ask Phoenix. Would they appear like well maintained, or does it like an otherworldly nature to their condition?
Extremely well maintained.
Okay, cool.
So not otherworldly. They don't look like they're magically maintained, but it's just meticulous.
Beautiful. Trey would absolutely recognize that and just sort of nod a little bit.
You probably notice that whenever he attacks, he always wipes the blade from the blood immediately. He doesn't let blood stay on the blade when he attacks.
I love it.
Very flavorful. Blood flavor.
It's delicious.
If
But yeah, I would sort of like step over this goblin. Let's go.
So what is the plan? Are you going to the right or taking the left?
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about that. My bad.
so we want to check out this chamber up here.
That sound enticing.
Yeah, take a minute or two to scout it.
All right.
All right.
Already halfway up in it.
Dreamer, give me a perception check if you're going to take another step up. At this point, the ledge is about 10 foot high, but it's easy enough to sort of climb up. With an 11. You peer over and you see what looks to be sort of indeed a path that sort of maybe winds back towards the bridge, but to the left, what looks to be almost an encampment. It's hard to see from this range what's there at the moment, but it looks like that there may be some noise coming from there. And just for the sake of it, I'll drag up so you can understand what I'm talking about.
Oh yes.
All right, now you see.
I have. Let me just take a step backwards and communicate telepathically with Rhapsody because he's in range. Seems to be a camp of some sorts up here. Please pass this message along.
Kuiper, Dreamer said there's a camp up ahead. And
You
pass the
right?
message along.
Okay. Sorry, I lost your dagger.
Oh, it's okay. We can get another one.
Okay.
I have 2. I'll hand one over to you.
I don't really know how to use it anyway.
No, neither do I.
So you should probably keep them for now.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, Dreamer says there's a camp up ahead where they are.
Every time I turn around, these guys are comparing swords.
Man, am I right?
Hey,
Do we want to check it out or do we want to take the bridge?
And then we can take it to the bridge.
Take it to the bridge.
Take it to the
You
bridge.
hear Darude Sandstorm playing off in the background, echoing through the wall.
Alright, well, be quiet coming up these steps. They're likely to collapse.
maybe I'll go last.
You're welcome to climb up. I'll say only go about as far as there.
Sure.
Old tool.
And everyone else
Go
can.
on.
You know what? Actually, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to get rid of this. There you go.
Hey, yo.
As you all begin to climb up, I'll say Rhapsody and Trey, the two of you can easily step on that platform without it cracking any further. Fluid Bane, as you step on it, like you do feel it, like the rocks start to shift a bit more, but it's not. It seems like it is weight proportional. So, two medium-sized characters probably will struggle and have to maybe watch out if it breaks.
I'll hold a hand behind me to stay Kuiper until I finished climbing the thing.
Oh yeah, hearing the creak and the small rocks fall down by his feet, he'll nod.
Kuiper, not Kuiper, so Dreamer, you look and see, you can all move forward if you need to so you can see what's going on, but we'll reposition based on where you sort of are in the line when the time comes. You look in and see a large cave divided in half by a 10-foot high escarpment just here to the south. A steep natural staircase leads from that lower portion in front of you to the upper ledge. The air is hazy with the smoke of a cooking fire and pungent from the smell of poorly cured hides and unwashed goblins. In front of you, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblins all sort of gathered around a fireplace, just eating and bickering with each other. For the sake of this, Fluidbane, I'll say that you're probably more here in the line of things. So,
Yeah.
Not standing right next to that goblin.
yeah. Again, I don't understand what Wizard of the Coast's deal is with having small pathways like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can all line up and get hit by lightning bolt.
Someone has to make that spell useful. Definitely not planning on taking it level 5.
I'll also say you are probably intelligent enough, Dreamer, that you're at this point you'll probably start to worry that your torch will begin to shine through.
Yeah, I will put it out.
Cool. I'll just turn it off for you.
knowing, Yeah, that I can still see because of the campfire.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure, Kuiper, can you actually see the path now? Or is that gone completely black for you?
That's completely black now.
All right, I'm going to move you to here. And just for the sake of it, I'll put just a light here just to allow you to all see each other for the moment. Because you can probably feel each other with touch.
I'm among friends.
Ooh,
Every time
getting very personal in the tunnel.
Can I see anything atop this kind of stone platform?
Not at the moment. From where you're looking, you can see that again. This sort of stone base here looks to be a set of steps upwards, and that it does definitely carry on further. But there's no light there at the moment. There doesn't seem to be much in the way. Give me a perception check.
Gladly. Not so
Oof.
gladly.
Yeah, there's no lights
Ooh.
there. There doesn't seem to be anything else happening. You're more focused on the fact that you are so close to this firelight, and that these goblins all seem to be scurrying around, sort of snacking on things.
She will telepathically communicate with Flood. We should take these guys out quietly.
Probably.
Want to be flanked in the future if our position becomes compromised.
Yes. I don't know why we're whispering even though we're talking telepathically.
It just feels right.
I'll sort of... Yeah, if we're near enough, I'll grab their attention and make stabbing gestures. To try and communicate to us, the party, silently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Can we see each other then in the reflection of the firelight?
I'd say like the firelight's
Or
giving off a silhouette. Oh, so you sort of know where everyone is.
I can also just communicate with you each individually telepathically if needed. I have no limit on how often I can do that, I don't think.
No, I think it's just an at-will thing. They have to be within 10 feet, and I think like it increases by level, doesn't it?
It does, it increases in range by level. Check for reference.
So yeah, 10 foot, one person at a time.
Yep.
And you can just break it, and it's basically just message with a radius.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hey, I'd like to try and coordinate an ambush attack.
Yeah.
Sneak attack, perhaps.
Let me just roll some perceptions to see how well they might see. I'd say they're all unfocused at the moment, so. Okay. Where is he? Yeah, none of them seem to pay mind to you. In fact, this one here is asleep. So we'll change that. You got a natural 1, making it a 0. What's the sleep status? It's incapacitated? The rest are all just sort of like, yeah, fumbling around. Some of them are like sort of sharpening their sword. One of them's just cooking on the fire. Another one just sort of like just watching with, barely any care.
Should we like dart in and attack?
I mean, I can try something. Actually, no, I can't. I'm out of spell slots. Never mind.
I'd say those that can charge in probably can help charge in to distract the enemies and get them by surprise.
Wait, no, I saved a spell slot. Hold on.
It's,
Give me a second. Let me do some character management.
Trey just sort of like takes a moment for the first time to actually assess how well defended everyone in the party looks. And I'm assuming apart from perhaps Kuiper, everyone's wearing fairly light clothing.
Oh, yeah.
Footbane is wearing a cloak and trousers.
Yeah, cool. Trey's gonna stow his crossbow. He just sort of like flings open his coat, and at his side, which probably nobody would have noticed previously because he hasn't actually done anything with it, he's just got a very finely made leather whip all rolled up and attached to his hip, so he just pulls it off and has his shield on his left arm. Just sort of motions towards the rest of the crowd and is like, "Shall I take the lead on this one, folks?"
What?
I can get a couple of them in the thing.
Let me try something first.
Okay.
But be ready.
All right, we are going to go and take initiative here at this moment. So all of you roll an initiative for me, and we'll probably do a surprise round. We'll do a dreamer action, then a surprise round, and then probably call it a night.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was my roll. Bloody hell.
Very nice. Good roll.
Good roll, Dreamer. Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's jump into this. Has it got Dreamer first? Alrighty. Dreamer, you are up. What would you like to do?
All right. Ignore what I said previously about my status on spell slots.
That's fine. I trust you that you're managing that.
Yeah. That guiding bolt is a 1 per day thing, not a spell slot thing. So.
Ah,
I
nice.
know what kind of druid you are now.
Nice.
Or what?
It's definitely not a druid thing. It's a feat thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
The dreamer just kind of gets down on one knee and puts her hands on the ground. And she's going to cast Entangle on all of them.
Damn.
As weeds and roots begin to sprout out of the ground.
Hells yeah.
Nice. Go ahead and mark that. I think if you use this scroll wheel, you can also adjust the size of it.
Yeah, that's good to know. But
Like, I think, not anymore. That's okay. So just there, was it? Ooh, has it disappeared on everyone?
It has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Try that
Just to place the template again, if you can.
I will have to recast.
Just recast it, but just don't consume a spell slot.
Yeah, gotcha. That's a peculiar way of doing that. That's fine. Let's do...
Very nice. Alrighty. No worries. I'm going to take the previous roll because I think I can see exactly what you're doing, but it looks like it's missed this guy here. But I know it's missed this guy, but I know you're going for him too. So
yeah.
it's just the way it works.
Should be plenty of squares.
Okay, so
Strength save.
all right.
DC 14.
Yep. Alrighty. Just
Do you want me
check.
to click apply active effects?
No, that's right. I'll do that. I was going to figure out who they are.
Who are any of us really?
That guy failed. Well, finally, they all failed. Yeah. Okay. I was just checking to see. Like, I was like, hold on. All right. Let me just target them just to make sure.
Hell yeah.
Just actually describe what kind of vine-like substance would you create to capture them in?
Yeah, I think it is just roots from the trees growing outside. And it kind of pierce up through the cave wall and through the floor that tangle these creatures up.
You all watch as just sort of popping out slowly through like sort of the loose dirt and rubble of this cave, vines sort of creep up and then suddenly just grab all four of these goblins. Two of them, the sleeping one sort of just curls into it. And the other one sort of like, one wraps around grabbing the other's mouth, sort of choking him and binding him in a way that he can't talk. That has restrained all of them. And now we're going to go into the actual fight. For one turn of surprise attack, and then we'll move on to the end of the stream. You are... Ooh, look at that!
Hell yeah.
Oh, sick.
You are up again, Dreamer.
All right. So let me just reread this. So I'm not at risk of becoming restrained just by stepping onto that. That's only when the spell is cast. But it is difficult terrain to walk through them. So she will bonus action Shillelagh and attack. Let's attack this one.
Yeah, I'll say you don't actually need it. Like, Shillelagh's just a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
No, if you're just going to use it on the sickle, then you don't have to cast it anymore. Just use the sickle-based version.
Perfect.
For an 18, that's the one in front of you? Or no, the one above you.
The one above.
That is a hit. You notice as you go in for the attack on this one has some sort of breastplate, but not much else. It only covers sort of their chest.
Ooh. An armor upgrade, perhaps, for our halfling friend.
Yes, I shouldn't have customized all my different types. I've made brutish characters, I've made nimble ones, I've made versions that have different weapons and types, so that way you can sort of, based on their picture, you can sort of gather whether they look strong or fast.
Nice.
This is like a collector's edition. We collect all the sets.
6 points of damage. You strike. And what does Shillelagh do? Shillelagh just basically just gives you the wisdom ability to roll, right?
Yes.
So-
Typically, it just hardens a club or stick, but I think with a sickle, it just sharpens it to a razor's edge.
The moonlight more or less sort of begins to glow on the sickle as like what looks to be sort of like a dull blade at first now looks almost radiant in sharpness as you slice away, taking 6 points of damage onto it.
Restraint doesn't prevent them from taking an opportunity attack, right?
Let me just have a quick look here. I'm just trying to bring up
Their
the...
speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against it. Oh, that actually should have been an advantage. Not that I care, but...
Actually, that one actually wasn't restrained. It should have automatically applied it. Hold on.
Weird. You would think that it would be unable to take...
Oh
actions,
god, it did
but-
all of them again.
That was cool to watch.
Okay.
though.
Okay,
Like a restraining rave.
it thinks it's outside of the square, but that's fine.
I'm just going to take a step backwards.
Yep. Awesome. That's your turn. Rhapsody, you are up.
Would you let me do something shenanigan-y as a bonus action?
Of course I would.
Excellent, because what I'd like to do is, because we've been told to be quiet and stealthy, instead of telling a joke for my bardic inspiration, what I'd like to do is throw Bo over to Kuiper as my bardic inspiration
Ooh.
for him. Bo the rubber
Ooh.
duck.
Nice. Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
okay?
Of course.
So I'll toss.
I don't
Go
mind you
over to
flavoring
Kuiper.
bardic inspiration however you like. Go for it.
Okay. So I'll toss Bo over and then give Kuiper a wink.
It
Kuiper
lands.
gets hit in the head by the rubber duck.
She actually expertly throws it and it lands between your two horns.
Yeah,
and sits
right on
there
top
on your
of
head.
your head.
And now you hold the crown of Bo.
Yeah.
An inspiration you've
Love
felt many a
that.
times before.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, so that's the last one. Then I will, take out my rapier and rush in.
Nice.
I'm gonna go here,
Mm-hmm.
and before I attack, can I
Ooh.
use my grown poison on the weapon as well?
You
Strong poison.
certainly can. It's a special. It doesn't have an action or a special bonus action, so yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
It says I do it as part of the attack actions. so-
Gotcha.
How does this look?
Mo wanted to come in to see what the poison does.
I think he just rubs his hand along it. Like, it's not very fancy. It's a quick sort of. Oh.
And
that's
which one are you
sad.
attacking?
Sorry, the one in front of me. I didn't target it.
That's okay.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. Unfortunately, it would miss.
Oh.
Actually, well, hold on. No, it's restrained.
Was
so
that an advantage?
yeah, you get advantage. So roll again.
Oh,
You're welcome. Never mind.
that
Oh.
did
Never
not
mind.
help.
You you focus on making sure you don't cut yourself with the rapier, and as you
That's
do
it.
so, you swing back down like you think you've nicked yourself for a second, and then swing and just miss.
Ah! It's a lot harder than my instruments. And, oh. How far was that I went?
5, 10. It should actually tell you. Like if you drag again, it'll tell you like how much more you have left.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
God, Foundry's a good tool. I'm
I
gonna
know,
go roll 20.
Welcome to the future, my friend.
Step back as well. And that'll be my turn.
Okie dokie. Kuiper, you're up. You watch your friends start to rush in as you look into the firelight.
Do a terrible job.
That
Which
may
is
not let
outrageous.
you. Might have to actually go here and then here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
thinking,
the wall might block you.
Yeah. Fine. Take 10 feet there. Would I be able to get there? Because it is difficult terrain.
How much? What's your movement?
That
You-
was 20.
You got 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. That'd be yep.
Sweet. Just
And
so
these
I
guys
can
are
get out of the way
restrained,
of
so
everyone.
I don't think they get tax of opportunity when they're restrained, do they?
Well, I don't think they should, but I don't think
If they do,
as
that
written-
one will, and that's fine.
Let me just have a quick
Be a
check here.
disadvantage if they do.
Restrained. Go on, Google. Restrained.
I normally
A
have
creature comes 0 in speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dex saving throws. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
that
it'll
it
get
would,
an opportunity attack. That's fine.
that's fine. So it will go in for the attack with a scimitar. Disadvantage. Getting a 13, which I believe misses.
Yep, this is.
So it's sort of tied down. It's like, and just swings wildly, or barely swings wildly. And yeah,
Perhaps it's just like determining on that particular spot and sort of like somersaulting over.
yeah, almost like a dancer. You watch as like kind of sort of like leaps between the vines that have erupted from the ground. It's like just, if you've seen Stranger Things season 4, sort of just like sort of dodging between the vines that to make sure nothing gets triggered.
Pretty much. Trying to keep his foot in there. And then, yeah, sees this goblin there right in front of him. And actually, no, he's going to take this one since he's out of the way.
Yeah, he's incapacitated because he's asleep at the moment.
Well, yay for me.
Is that an automatic crit if it hits,
That
or
is
am I
an
thinking of a
automatic.
different?
Believe it is.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
so
say with a restrain and a thing, I'll say yeah, definitely you can roll a crit damage on that.
Oh wow!
My rolls.
6.
My rolls today.
Ouch. You strike into this this goblin, and as it does so, he's like, and then what the? And then he realizes he's stuck, and he's like, I can't move.
Kuiper steps like so confident getting into that position, takes one step forward to lunge in, trips, and as he does, like sort of gets him in the leg.
But
Do you have two
he's-
weapons you can attack with? Or is that not?
Yep, he's not going to use it. He only uses the one scimitar.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
And yeah, like he's stuck there, but he's like, oh, and you can see blood starting to like pool underneath him, like soaking into the vines. No, that's your turn.
That is everything.
Righty, you all hear up into the sort of southern point of this cave. You hear a, what the? Get over here!
Oh no.
Your turn, Bloodbane.
I'd like to run here and then take a running leap, which I should be able to get here, avoiding the difficult terrain.
Yep.
And even if I did, I think I'd have enough movement. And I'm going to use my breath weapon, rear my head back, summoning up, once again, a blast of freezing energy from inside my maw.
Go for it.
Should be able to hit 3 of them.
Hey, that's
They
good.
automatically
Nice.
fail their dex saves while they're.
Oh, it is. No, it's a constitution saving throw.
It says dex.
Oh, no, it isn't. Sorry, it's based off my constitution. That's what I was thinking.
I think actually they are disadvantaged.
Oh, you are correct. Sorry.
Yep, that's right. That's right. No, keep me on the point. I just need to check to see. I just need to check to see if it actually rolled them twice or not.
Paralyzed is automatically fails dex saves.
That makes sense.
It only rolled them once, so I just need to get him and him. Okay, so you and you re-roll those for me, please. Saving throw. What's the DC on that?
13.
13. Looks like they both still get it. Is it half damage?
Half on a save, so. Well,
Yep. 4 for this guy. The one right next to you just the vines themselves turn to ice and then just crush down on his body, suffocating him, making him breathless.
brutal.
This other ranger-looking one is also gets the same impact, but he's able to sort of push through and crack the ice off the vines before it crushes him. The also boss-looking one takes it. He's pretty strong, but even though he's tied down, he's struggling. He's fighting to get out as fast as he can. All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Trey, you're up. As you all begin to hear sort of like a scuffle happening in the area you can't see.
So after having made that grand gesture of being like, all right, it's melee weapon time, I'm going to look after the party, and having everyone run face first into the fray, he just sort of stands there for a second nonplussed, and then looks down at the whip in his hand and is like, okay, to sort of take 2 steps forward.
2 steps back.
Step?
Sorry.
Not quite, actually. Oh, yeah, no, fuck it. I'm going to sort of duck between the invisible gap that would exist between Dreamer and Rhapsody.
Yeah,
just
Rhapsody's only 3 feet tall, so you're fine.
Alright, I leapfrog over you.
Oh.
Just sort of like places both hands on Rhapsody's shoulders and just sort of hop, jumps overhead. Yeah,
That is so cute.
And yeah, seeing that there's a bunch of mildly injured guys around him, sort of tends to face the unharmed guy down here, and just lashes out with the whip in an underhanded sort of motion, almost like somebody's bowling a 10-pin ball.
Nice.
Let me see if I can actually hit this motherfucker, because it should be an advantage. 24?
24 definitely hits.
Awesome.
A whip crack.
So he just sort of like throws the tip of the whip past and brings it back across his face, just slashing him.
And it cuts deep as you see blood start to seep out as he's like struggling to get up and looking terribly rough.
Good. Fuck that guy. But yeah,
Language Trey.
that was out of character. Trey would never speak like that.
Okay, that's alright then.
I'm sorry, I should differentiate with accents. But yeah,
No.
just sort of like rolling the whip back into his hands, just sort of like, still got it. And it'll be my turn.
As you prepare, Dreamer, for the next fight, having got the one up on them all, you watch as a goblin steps forward from the darkness, pulling a chained and restrained Sildar Hallwinter.
Oh no! My boy Sildar.
For people to remember.
I had a heart-to-heart with him earlier.
Is looking beaten and bruised, and despite him having his chainmail on there, and this is the picture that's supposed to be for this area, he is unarmored, unarmed. He is literally like looks to be almost at death's door. The lieutenant of these goblins turns to you all and goes,
All right, all of you, stop it, or this old geezer gets it.
and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Curse you!
Damn you.
And we will pick this up mid-fight as of next stream.
We can just pick it up where we've won the fight, that's fine.
Yeah, we can fast forward 30 seconds.
Yeah!
We'll see. But no, thanks for playing tonight, gang. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you for the amazing session.
Yeah,
That was so good.
that's great as always.
I am loving this. I'm loving the dynamic. I'm loving the difference in all the fighting styles. This is going to be a good campaign.
Sure it is.
As long as we don't die.
Yeah.
Even if we do die, I think it'll still be a great campaign. Honestly. That's how
Absolutely.
I'd rather not, though.
Oh,
Yeah. I
That's
hope
okay.
so.
If I die, I'll just monologue the rest of my backstory in my dying breath.
Yeah.
And next time I'll make sure you've got dot points to monologue to. So that way you can do the recap.
I mean, it's fine. You can not, but yeah, if you have to.
But we will return as of next Tuesday, if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. To see how this fight continues on, if it does, or maybe you will take a moment to parlay. We'll see what happens.
Maybe we can convince this guy there's a birthday party.
Yes, let there be cake. Matt, that's what we're going to have to
Yeah.
call the next session.
Ooh, that's good.
But no, yeah,
Love
we will continue in through the Cragmore hideouts.
Yeah, Marie Antoine Boucher III.
Don't fucking call me that!
in order to see what happens next. But until then, gang, my name's Sean. I'm your DM. Make sure you please go and follow RainbowUnicornPhoenix on Twitch, and you'll also follow the Plot Hook on Twitch. Both of them do some amazing streams. I still haven't got the commands up yet, but I'm typing it in now.
Thank you.
And yeah, in particular, Plot Hook is doing a D&D campaign as well online with yours truly, Phoenix and Lobster Jess, as we start. No, my apologies, mate. Oh, I'm just so used to playing with you. I'm like, it does feel different without you.
No, I don't think that's an appropriate nickname for fans of the Plot Hook. Just saying.
No.
Hookers unite. Let's go.
Oh, hookers. That came across wrong.
TOS.
He says it's because he's trying to focus on getting the Plot Hook written out as well. We're doing what's it called again? Waterdeep Dragon Heist?
Dragon Heist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Phoenix
Is currently playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, along with, what are we playing on the weekend?
We're playing Tunic on Friday night and then doing speedrun attempts on Sunday.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Should be some good fun. I always like coming in, like, the knowledge you throw out is always brilliant, so.
No, thank you.
Excellent. Lobster Jess can be found on all our Discords,
Yep.
and she does some amazing artwork.
Apparently, I'm a plot hooker, so.
A little bitty plot hooker.
She were a little bitty.
So if you'd like to see some of her artwork, including her amazing rendition of Rhapsody, which I took credence from to do the AI art for this game, you can definitely see that there. Ted and Adam are also there in Discord. Is there anything you guys want to promote or pitch?
They have amazing D&D stories that you should obviously join the Discord for.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Yes.
Ted always gives us recaps as to how their in-person campaign is going, which is always fun. And yeah,
always, but yeah, it's been happen.
and Adam throws in some good banter every now and then to anything that I post. So always some good times there. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who watched. Until next stream, have a great day, a great night, a great time frame wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Bye.
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 Bye.